Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. I need to breathe, get me up and out of the sheets, onto my feet. Another cup of coffee and me, that's what I need. My eyes puffy, I can't see. I'm too tired to function, but too lost to sleep. Ay, I think I need to be on something medication. I think I need to figure out the segregation. I think I needed just a better education to understand a world that's so complicated. Intoxicated, every night faded, just so I can sleep thinking that it's sated. I feel hated, I feel hatred, I'm lost deep in my mind that I've created. I have dreams where my life is devastated, feel so real that I wake up shaking. Need thicker skin cause this life is no haven. Nod your head if you get what I'm saying. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. I don't really think I understand this world now. Got my head spinning round in a circle. Everybody lacks what they need internal, so they compensate with everything external. Not trying to throw shade, no way. I'm just trying to find the meaning of life, hey. There's happiness if you try to live the right way. Forget about what others have and live your life, hey. Be aware of who you are, what you're good at. Take a step forward, see where your foot's at. Stand tall, stand proud, talk loud. Every word out your mouth has purpose now. You just gotta get rid of the bad thoughts. Hating others cause you know that they got a lot. Forget that though, you got plenty, you're alive in this life. You got time, go get it. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light.
Hey, everybody. Guess who's back? We got a lot of people in the chat to start out with, so I do want to call some people out because you've been here so long, like Eclipse, Marianne, Deidre, My Crafts of Love, Bonnie. We got the House of Joni, and guess what? She will also be back here with me. Here's Joni. Welcome, Joni, everybody. And we have one more guest we have to add, and that is our Kimmy.
Hey.
So we're just saying hi to a lot of the guys. There's a lot of people in the chat.
Oh, well.
We have a lot of people here in the chat this evening. So
Hey,
I want to thank everyone for coming. I see Canuck and BU always and trying to keep up with it. It's really hard. So how are you guys doing tonight?
it's so good to see everybody.
It is. How are you doing this evening?
Hey, Jan.
Oh, but you always. Oh man, we're seeing some people we haven't seen in a bit. This is so
yeah. Like Clips, I haven't seen her in a while.
No, Amber. Hey, my goodness.
Crafts.
Yeah.
I got it. And I got my iced coffee.
Seen some of these in
you got yours? Guess what? Listen, can you hear?
Yep, I got mine too. It's going right here.
Kimmy, you have yours?
You better have yours. Hey, Carol.
Wow, I haven't seen Carol in quite a while, actually.
Yeah, this is great. Good turnout.
Yeah. And,
Linda Gobble. Do I know that name?
Yeah, she's been around for a while.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
So good to see you, Amber.
Never mind. I know who she is.
Tasha has her Duncan too. Everybody's ready.
Everybody.
I think Linda is grandma, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, we miss you too, Amber. It's been too long. It really has.
There's Marianne.
We do have like 137 people in the chat. Lori, it's been a while too.
Yeah, Lori.
Holy smokes. I guess this brings out everybody.
Yeah, Eclipse, we've missed you. Hey, Linda, we missed you too. So, yeah. Hey, Sada. Some big goings on, huh, Diane?
Yeah, some big going on. some big going on, and I did
Oh, Eugene.
record a little bit of what is going on, what they said is going on,
Oh,
and then
good.
I
Did you
also
share
do
it?
want to bring up the website too, so I need to do that. You
Mm-hmm.
know the website I'm speaking about, right, Joni?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can get in there real quick.
I've only
Because
checked it.
I was rather
I'm
shocked.
excited to see. I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, I think you
Oh, it's a sight to
Oh,
maybe
behold,
almost
Kimmy.
hmm,
It's a sight to behold.
yeah.
I'm ready.
Wait till you hear what's said in it. I mean, the
Oh
amount of
no.
lies.
That's what I have. So, yeah, I was in shock when I seen
Uh-oh, you're kind of
internet people
buffering.
were. I know.
Hey, Mary Lynn. Uh-oh, buffering. There's Angela. Goodness, this is like a reunion.
Right?
Oh, Willow, Big Mama's here. We love Lainey. Frenchie Fever. Man, this is awesome.
Hold on, I'm just trying. Joni, when you seen the Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, then happened to my
You know, Lori, I don't know if 15,000 is the maximum allowed. I'd love to know. I can try to look. Let me see if there's a.
Okay, I thought it was taken down for a moment.
There's no maximum amount. Now, they did try to say, that they were just asking for a little bit, but, I mean, 15. Anyway, I don't want to get too far into it. I want Dee
Yeah.
to be able to decide how she wants to go about this. So.
I want to thank my mom for being here. We have I got to see if I can remember them all. We have Jen, we have Tasha, we have Linda, we have Canuck. Cozy is usually here. I don't know if I see her yet. So I want to thank them for joining us as well and helping out. That's greatly appreciated. Do you want to watch a little bit of
Hey, Marilyn.
the clips that I have, or do you want to just go right into speaking about the whole fundraiser?
We can watch. I don't mind to watch clips.
Joni,
Yeah,
you okay with that?
sure, of course.
Okay. All right, so let me go ahead and pull that up. I don't know if everybody has already seen it, so I figured I didn't do a whole lot of recording on it. Um, just like 12 minutes, maybe, I believe. Let me just see. It is actually 17 minutes. So, but you could see Jerry is sitting on the couch here, and Bonnie does want clips, so that's a good thing. Okay, so let me go ahead and make sure my mic is turned all the way up here, and I'll be trying to watch the chat as well, so that way I could stop if there's any questions or anything. And let me see something. Hold on. My network here. Okay, here we go.
Hi, welcome, 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 welcome. I am trying to get you guys on the TV
Can you turn it up just a little bit, Diane?
Now, can you see her face where you could tell it's a little swollen, and it looks like the left hand side here, but I don't know if her camera's turned around again.
Hey, Diane.
But yeah,
Can you turn it up a little bit?
that's as high as it goes.
Okay.
It's them. It's actually them. In their live stream, they were not very loud.
Yeah, I had to tell him several times. I was like, I can barely hear you guys, and I've got great hearing.
And I had mine all the way up
Me
when I was
too.
watching them.
I did too.
Yeah. So, but I see how her mouth, she's holding it crooked as well.
Yeah. I think
Mhm.
well, never mind what I think. Right.
Just watch how she talks. I think she has water.
Yeah, and I
See?
think maybe other
See?
things.
When I'm having a good eye day, I can actually see the comments. Hello, hello.
I want to say I've got the closed captioning on as well. That way, if you can't hear well, do you see the closed captioning? Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it. I see it, Dee.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, here we go. Well, hopefully we have a couple of people because I let a couple of people know.
Well, we've got Red Hill Strong,
Hi.
And then we have Chico Woods.
Hi in Colorado.
And then let's see. Oh.
So, cleaning, we found blueberry coffee grounds, and my home health aide said, "I'm going to make you some blueberry cold brew," and she did, and that's what I'm drinking today. And we bought.
Like, you know what I mean? Blueberry coffee grounds, and
Where
it's
did
so
she find
important.
them? Is what I want to know.
God only
I
knows.
know.
Maybe in the craft room.
Yeah, Oreo's crib.
Oreo's
Oh,
crumbs. Maybe.
and I don't know how they could sit there with all that stuff besides them. That's another thing that I knew it.
Dang, you sound like a robot. Or is it just me?
I sound like a robot.
Yeah, you're buffering. I don't know why. That's the best word I know for it. I don't know
Yeah.
why. It comes and goes.
Comes and goes. But you sound
Oh,
like
guys, we
a
have high
robotic.
winds.
Hey, Martin.
It's going from 13 miles an hour to 30 miles per hour, so it might have something to do with the wind. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
The boobs look like they're melting. Oh no.
Oh no! So I
They're
hope it doesn't
sliding.
knock me out.
Well, maybe it won't.
Marianne, she's not wearing a bra because of her boo boos.
She hasn't wore a bra in years.
Yeah.
Yeah, even before Boo Boos, I think that she really didn't most of
Yeah.
the
And we're
time.
going to be bringing those out, hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, here we go.
Flavored cold brew from Aldi, but they only had caramel macchiato, so I just tried it on here. It's not terrible. What I did was I did almond milk and a shot of the sugar-free vanilla syrup, and it's so good. And a tablet or anything? It's just like, oh, okay. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelly.
We were going to surprise you with Mom, but that was her. She's coming back. Wait.
What?
Hey,
Nanny's coming
Caroline.
back. She's okay.
Goober.
Nanny's coming back.
Let's see here.
She's going to give you all the scratches.
My
So
lip
that
of
dog,
crust.
that dog is not a small dog. He said he only wants college students that are tidy and do not make a mess. Does he not look around himself? Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Ma Belle V. I know.
Wow.
Is that what? He's got hoard on both sides,
Yes.
halfway to the ceiling, but they got to be clean and not messy. All right.
Mm.
Me too.
Yesterday,
Tina.
Nanny came in and we just like all over her like white on rice.
Let's see here. I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. Make my brother said I missed the beginning. Did someone gift you money
I would
for
die if
Dollar
that
Tree?
dog come walking
No, we
across me.
budgeted it because I have a project that's coming up for the room. It's a minimalist way to keep some maximalist stuff. I don't know what that means, but it's just something that I've wanted for like the last almost 20.
Hey, Peggy wants to know, do they have, wait a minute, excuse me. Do they know they have to declare the rent they receive as income? Well, probably they don't figure they need to. That's just on them. She left it on his channel and they deleted it.
20 years that came out. Okay, wait. He's coming back. Come on. Let Nanny sit. Come on. Let
Then
Nanny sit.
make my
Come
brother
on.
said.
Off Nanny's chair. Go. Off. Thank you. Sorry, Jim.
All right.
Just let Mom sit down. There you go. Ah, order kisses. Order kisses. Order kisses. Come on. I know. She gives the best scratches. I know. Oh, see, that's all. That's what
See, I think Oreo would continue jumping on Sally, and that's why Jerry intervenes. Am I here alone?
No, And
Sorry, I
Peggy's
was
right.
reading
Do they
Okay.
know they have to have share the rent as income? Yes. We're going to have something to say on that in a bit too, because it doesn't work like
Yeah.
that.
Right.
No, not at all.
Chest rubs. Oh, kisses, rubs. Oh, okay. I wish Mom would let herself be on camera because this is too cute.
Because I'm sure Jerry and Jim are watching to listen to how ignorant you are with your microphones.
You can hear both of us.
I agree.
Well, they couldn't hear you when you didn't have your microphone on, and mine was on here. I just. No, I don't.
Good Lord.
Come on.
I mean, to not be set up to plan it. Look how long her hair is getting. Do you
I
see the
know
growth?
she is getting very long hair.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing. And Kimmy said, it would kill my legs as big as that dog is. I don't know how much leg she has showing. Well,
Yeah,
she's
but
sitting there.
but a while ago he walked across her legs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
a lot of weight,
Yeah,
especially
that's a very big. Yeah, she's a
balls going
big
down on
dog.
your. I don't
I'd
know.
say
I
that
think with
dog is at
bone
least 60
cancer.
pounds.
I mean,
Mhm.
with someone with bone, with that cancer's gone to her bones, you would think that would kill her
Hurt her
legs.
terribly.
Uh,
Do I still sound like I'm buffering?
No,
Oh,
yeah,
good.
it's good,
Good.
man.
Okay.
It's really good.
Hey, Bella. Long time no see. Glad you're
Hey,
here.
Bella. Hey,
Want
Tasha.
treats? Yes, I yes. Danny, let her rest. Come on.
Yes. Give
Go ahead,
her
go
a treat
feed
to
them.
keep the dog away from Sally.
It's a surprise. It's a surprise. It's a surprise. It's actually something that. All right, I'm only going to give you clues. It's something that I learned in 8th grade.
So she's going to teach everybody a craft that she learned in 8th grade. This woman is what, 54?
Hey,
Okay.
Pamela. Y'all,
Hey,
I
Pam.
saved 2 crafts from when I was a kid, and they are both hideous. Sometime I'll show them, okay? One of them we learned to do in home ec, and I don't know why I saved this ugly thing. It's this ugly crochet thing. It is hideous. And the other was this, well, God, I'm probably get dinged for racism, but it was an Aunt Jemima bottle when I was in vacation Bible school, and they had us make it into, we made her an outfit. I mean, they didn't age well, is what I'm saying, Jerry. 20 years later, I just know more than that.
Right.
Would it still be in style? I just don't know. I mean, and you had to budget for, I don't, but hey,
Yeah.
Dy-Dee.
7th grade.
Pamela.
One of them. And then something that I'm going to make that I wanted since I feel like it was before I met Jim, but I don't think it was quite that long ago. So maybe like the early aughts. But that's all
My
I'm going to tell you.
taste
You
change.
just have to
I
wait
would
for the
think
rest.
macaroni art. Oh no.
Oh, yeah. I can't agree more, Eclipse. It looks like and sounds like Jerry's mad and jealous that Sally might begin to thrive. 100%.
Well,
Yes.
and when the attention all started to focus on Sally, you can see that happen too. She just
Yeah.
seems to get mad or
Jealous.
very sad or jealous
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
I don't think she's sad. I think she's happy.
No,
I
I do
think
too.
she wants the place to herself. I
Absolutely.
don't
But
think
she
she wants
doesn't
to
want to.
lose that income.
Right. She
Right.
wants free money.
Right.
She wants the house. She wants
Yeah.
Sally
What is
gone.
she going to do? Have fundraisers every like 3 months? I mean,
Well,
Well,
they're
if
not
you
going very well.
take that
right.
$15,000 and you take let's say the mortgage is $1,200. That's a full year
Yes.
of mortgage payments. Would Jim and Jerry be smart enough to pay the full year? No.
No.
No. But that is what it equals out to. It's like 1,400 and 14,000 and something. So, but I don't think they're that bright enough. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, the smartest thing they could do is get an apartment. They wouldn't have to worry about upkeep,
Right.
repairs,
Repairs.
mowing. Yes, because she
Right.
stops the toilet up.
Hmm.
So
Come on, Mama.
look at all the
Here
money
you
you
go.
can save right
Let me
there.
sit. Let me chillax.
They need to
Um,
sell
Yeah.
it
and you
before
don't need
the
all of
pipes
this
get
full leather. I just
clogged up
want a
with money.
variety. You
Sorry.
can make one of them without all three of them. I'm just letting you know. 2 boards and 1 roll of leather, or if you have leather at home already, take you wash, please. Okay. Last one, and then you're gonna rest. Okay.
I feel like I'm watching a circus.
You're welcome.
That dog is food motivated.
I think my brother's asked, what is a...
So was the owner.
Oh.
SCHL?
Can you imagine what her child would look like
What's a schlump?
if she had a
A
child?
schlump is a person
She
who sits
called
around
herself a
and, you this
schlump
word?
in the beginning.
For somebody who
Schlump.
sits around and does nothing, like lazy butt.
Yeah.
Oh, that I look like a schlump.
Right, Jerry. You look like a schlump. It's not just because your clothes are crooked. You described what a schlump was. So you're saying that just sits around and does nothing was the exact explanation of yourself.
I didn't even know schlump
No, that's
was
what I
a
look like. I
word.
look like I was just.
Is it?
Yeah, no schlump.
I've never heard of it.
You know, I was.
Maybe
I was
she learned that
not.
in 5th grade.
She's saying that she's wrinkly.
She's not wrinkly.
Well, her clothes. I mean,
Well, they're stuck.
I'm gonna be nice.
I'm gonna moving
Yeah,
on.
yeah, sorry.
Properly positioned.
Oh God.
I guarantee you that's a muumuu that's right about up to her hips. If you look at the right-hand side where her arm is
I
laying,
hope
it
it's a
looks like it's
no-no.
all
If that's a shirt,
poor
I
Sally.
will die.
My back hurts. So I have to.
Sure, she's
Does
got no
it?
pants on. That's a
Oh,
muumuu.
Because she wears no panties.
none.
Oh,
Lean back extra. So of course it's making me more wrinkled. More wrinkled than
Okay.
normal.
Sophie's stashed a pillow.
Hello. We do have some news to share. I just figured I gotta let everybody come in and say their hellos and all that stuff.
guys.
Are you gonna keep your leg on me every time? You're gonna touch me every time you guys say something? Just say. Oh, go ahead. I see
Oh
the
my
comments. I
God.
just can't read
How
them right now.
embarrassing.
She said, I see the comments. I can't read them right now. And she loves to call people out. Loves to.
Oh, my breakfast is asking why I'm sitting in this chair.
To make room for mom.
Yeah, to make room for my mom, so she can sit at the end of the couch.
Yeah, give mom the comment.
So it was planned because they wouldn't have made room in the couch and done this if they hadn't saw Sally was coming. So Jerry has
Right.
planned this.
Right.
And you'll hear where she planned to announce her big donation fundraiser. Yeah.
A comfortable spot. She could put her
Big
feet
lie.
up. If she wanted to be here, say hi, mom. Hi, mom. I knew that was coming. Who raised your hand if you knew that was coming?
She knows how to say hi.
How mom's doing.
She's right there.
Doing good. Well, other than backache, I've been doing things.
Yeah.
Bending and lifting and carrying and yeah.
Doing all kinds of fun things.
And you got a healthy son right there that could be bending, lifting, and carrying. And I'm sorry to say that, but that's how I feel. That's a man right there.
Right. But he's got back problems, Diane.
You know what?
He's trying
I'm
to
sorry.
get
I've seen him sit cross-legged. I've seen him lean forward. I've seen him scooting all over the floor, laying that floor down. You want to tell me about back problems?
And I'm telling you right now, A good deal of what he has is, like we've said before, aging. Once you reach 50, and then he has those skinny arms and skinny legs, and he has that very big belly, and it pulls on his spine, and that does cause some pain. But that doesn't mean that you are disabled. It just doesn't mean that. And, I mean, and then he doesn't have, like we've said before, months and months and months of consistent doctors,
No.
documenting monthly that his condition is not only meets the criteria for full disability, but also that, he's got consistent showing that it's not going to change. That's a big hallmark of it. His is just, I mean, and the other thing that I think is important for both of them, you guys, if you don't get up and move, you get stiff and you hurt more. And he
Right.
talks about how he has to take a break after just emptying the dishwasher. Well, most of your day is a break. Most of your day is taking it easy. And that means sitting, and more sitting. Now I realize he does have to get up a good bit for her, for the things she wants. And, I mean, I'm sure he does things with Sally at times. I'm just saying, I don't think either one do themselves favors with his inactive as
No.
both.
No, not at
That's
all.
come up for it. Yeah. Very inactive, just sitting around. And yeah, that
Well-
phrase, our ancestors knew. I mean, that phrase, use it or lose it, really, there is something to that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what my doctor has told me, and that's why I keep pushing forward all the time.
I'm
Yeah.
proud of you, Diane. I
Yeah.
wish I could be like you, really.
Yeah, right.
I do. I do. Seriously, I do.
You
I
work
wish I
through your
could push
pain.
my.
I work
Yeah.
through it.
You
Yeah.
do.
Here we go. You
Yeah.
ready for more
Yep,
excuses
I'm
here?
ready.
So if you,
Bluegrass is here.
oh, hello, Bluegrass. How's Auntie? How's Aunt Deb? Just always want to know how she's doing. But we do have some news if you're ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
So Mom's officially
Watch
moving.
Jim.
Yay!
Yes, as soon as I can. I'm calling tomorrow to see how soon I can get a mover.
Yeah.
Basically.
So basically, how soon she can get a mover. So all you people who promised.
Oh, hold on. She's going to call people out. You ready?
Yeah.
So Jerry's smarter than you know.
That you would just drive up free and move all our stuff. We're ready.
Yeah.
Be here by March 1st.
You see how she says we're ready.
Yeah.
Save her a lot of money if you can be here by March 1st. We have plenty of couches to sleep on. Well, technically one, but we'll make room.
I do want to point out that Jerry says at least she's letting someone stay in the house because she says there's plenty of couches, or at least one, where Jim says there's no room unless you want the floor.
Yep. Inconsistent, as usual.
Actually, I forgot the click clack. But yeah, I mean, it would be like, it's exciting and nerve wracking. It's definitely really exciting for Mom, and it's kind of like nerve wracking. Jim is.
Right now, this is where she's playing Jim. She has to bring up Jim's emotions rather than how she feels.
Wants to.
Trying to be stable.
wants to basically have his better monitoring of Mom, basically. I've
make Jim feel
been telling
bad,
him.
Jerry. Come on, you could do it.
It just is not charging, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Here. Well, you can. Oh, I was gonna say you could
Hey,
turn it off, but
honeysuckle.
can I get that off for her? It's probably charged.
Oh, that's okay.
Not on that
You
couch.
need it?
Well, it's at 14%.
Yeah, so definitely.
Thank
She
you,
said that
Nellie.
one's not charging, so I don't know.
Yeah, if it don't fall over.
Excuse the disturbance.
Wow.
Try that one.
I'll put
No,
that on my
Oreo, no biting.
put it behind my head.
Charlotte.
It's been kind of weird lately as far as
Aw.
charging.
Oh, it is? I should clean it out for you.
Long time.
You just-
I know.
There it goes.
Okay.
Okay,
Charlotte.
now it's charging.
Okay, good.
It could go off anytime now, but
Oh, all right. Well, sometimes when you have an off-brand charger, that can happen. So maybe check your charger.
well,
if
for
you're
one
still
thing, the
using it.
charger is kind of bent.
Oh yeah, that's
Gotta
definitely
get
one.
new
They
one.
don't help.
Let's
Wow.
see.
Everybody's correct.
Oh.
Congratulations,
Yes.
Mom.
I think you just
Oh.
about have everything that you need, right? As far as
I have some things on Amazon that I have to get.
Okay, she's got some things on. You want to share your Amazon wish list? I can
It's.
share
I
it
think
in
it's.
post.
I think it's.
Public. No, but you have to like. Is it public?
Yeah.
So you'll have to send it to me so that I can share it on here.
You're gonna have to show me how to do
Okay,
that.
sure. Or just give me your phone.
But yeah, it's really right now the only thing I know I need are pots and pans.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I'm going to need TV trays.
Right.
I forget what else I've got on there.
I still think you should get that good coffee table that comes up. I think that's so cool. It's got all that storage underneath it.
Oh, well, I don't know if there'd be room in there. It's kind of small in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Mom. I'm sorry.
Deidre's on. Mona's on.
Yeah, Mona said she'll be here March 1st.
Okay.
Yes.
And maybe the pots and pans will
I
be what
am
she
like
wants
I'm
the
gonna
money
come
spent
tomorrow. I
for
might be able to
that
move
we took up.
sooner. Might be.
Right. That would be a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, we'll let her decide, but yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I could speed her up. Does anyone want me to speed her up?
Sure. I mean, it's up to you guys. I'm good. Yeah.
Speed her up.
Because usually I don't do
Don't
normal.
speed her up too fast because Sherry talks fast enough, but
Yeah, but she slows down here in a few minutes.
please.
I don't have the whole live. I just got things clipped together
Hey,
here.
Julie. Hey, Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
Crafting.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I saw
A reunion.
Let's see.
As
Charla.
long as you don't have to pay extra, like they
Well,
don't pay your,
Well, yeah,
I
yeah.
had to, pay for a week's rent, kind of thing.
Okay.
Well, don't want to pay for a week's rent, but Sally mentioned that the mortgage payment already went through. So Jerry's good with that, though.
Bluegrass is asking if you got.
No. Right now it's going to be just us paying the mortgage from Mom. But speaking of which, we actually started I found a website called.
Listen closely.
GiveSendGo, which is a Christian-based kind of GoFundMe page. We started a fundraiser this morning. The link
We'll really see if it's a Christian base because from what I've seen, it's not good.
is in the description box of this video down below. And what I liked about it is instead of them charging you a fee, you can offer to donate some back to their different causes. So they do like.
Does anybody think they'll do that?
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. And Jim always says he likes to pay it forward. When have
Yeah.
they paid it forward?
Show me one time.
Right.
I mean, maybe I've missed it, but I don't know of one time.
I
I get it. They've not had a lot of extra money, if any, but that is their fault. And there's certainly things sitting around piled up halfway to the ceiling that other homes and families could use.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't even, they don't do that. So no, I don't know of a single time you've paid it forward.
Help, pastor help, like fostering and adoption help, like all that kind of stuff. And our situation being like a family in need. What? Oh, being a situation like family in need, I had Jim go ahead and, set it up. You okay?
Oh Lord, I thought this was so insensitive the way she was.
Right.
Oh, you're crying.
Yeah.
She has to point it out. Men don't like to have that pointed out most of the time, but instead she takes a moment to go, oh, you're crying. I thought this was so
And then laugh.
so insensitive, Jerry. So insensitive.
Right. And that's Jerry, though.
Yeah, she has to make a big deal out of it. Wait a minute, you did that off cue. I didn't even put my hand on your leg. Got to make the most of it. Gosh.
Oh, you cry when I don't want you to, but
Right.
yeah.
But she's got to make sure everybody knows he's crying. And not like we couldn't have seen it, but she's got to announce it. And like I said, most men don't want that highlighted. You can almost tell he's a little uncomfortable.
This is why people don't want to come around her.
It's just me.
Who wants to be around people like that? I mean,
look at the look on her face.
Yeah.
Seriously, for real, I thought that was your stomach. I really can't tell what was going on.
Oh.
So you just seeing the side of your face, not the back of your ear.
Because
it's her stomach. It's her
But
stomach.
we did, and they were kind of like, do we say we need this?
never
small
has
amount every
tears
month?
crafting. You're so right. Yeah. Sorry, Dee.
Right.
We say we just need
You're
a big
good.
amount, but Mom has some debt she accrued from the house that we'd like to have her be able to be that debt-free part, so that she can be able to like not live house poor.
Did a mom here?
Yeah, everybody remember what she says right there. That's important.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
between what Jim says and what she says, what we know about their lives and what's in that fundraiser are very, very different things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you can
Right.
end up in jail, Jerry. You cannot
Yep.
play around with these fundraisers. They will get you. You will literally be charged with misappropriation of funds. That's what it's called. You will
Mhm.
get yourself in huge trouble. Keep playing like this.
Yep.
I mean, this is the first way you're talking about that you're going to miss you, that you're going to, because the fundraiser doesn't say anything about using it to pay off mom's bills. I don't think. I'll have to go back and check. I'll be sure.
Oh yeah, it's there.
Is it
Yep.
there? Okay. But
Yeah, I think she does touch on
But
that.
you know that money's not
does
going
she?
to.
But that's my point. But let's say
Correct.
she says that. I don't care if she says it's to get mom a new bedspread, whatever. If it's not
It's because
used for
she's
that,
taken care of them for 8 years.
right.
And
Right.
she's right. And that's why they moved there, because she was displaced and mom needed somebody to take care of her. And that's why they moved there. And that's what she says in that.
You have to, yeah,
All I have to do is go back and look at all her videos.
they will investigate those funds. And like Otter Mama says, FAFO, Jerry, if you use even $10 of those funds in the wrong way, you can be in trouble.
I do have
Misappropriation
to.
of funds, it's a
I do
big
have to
deal.
ask you, Joni. What is FAFO?
F
It's,
round.
yeah, F around and find out.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, I said it like that too because I didn't want to swear on your show, but
No,
yeah.
that's okay. I didn't know what it meant. Thank
And
you.
crafting is right. This is like a PPP loan for her all over again.
All over
And you
again.
can get in trouble. I know so far she got away with
She
the
got away
PPP.
with it, so she's getting
She
greedier.
thinks, well, yeah. I mean, and in Jerry's defense, I gotta say, why she thinks she will get away with it. I mean, she has before. So
Yep.
to defend her,
She's a unicorn.
she's
Well,
used.
I think she was getting more help until Jim went to the Social Security office and was honest.
Yeah,
I
could have
really
been.
do. Because
Yeah,
that's
me
when the money
too.
cut back, she said.
Yep,
Wait,
I
what?
remember that.
Is that after? So after that was when her money went down?
Correct. It was
Yep.
after Jim went to the Department of Social Services and he
Oh.
said something about mom living there because it was
Oh.
supposedly for 2 adults. And Jim had mentioned, well, my mother, me, and Jerry said, we're the family of 2. Well, Sally does live there too.
Yeah.
You can eat separately and such, but Jerry just figures ways around things.
Yeah. Words matter, and she uses
Yeah.
them, in ways to try to, and she does get away with it most of the time, but
Yeah.
For at the new place, just trying to like cover bills and stuff. Plus, we really could use some help until we figure out what's happening with Jim in his Social Security. For those of
Can
you
you
who don't
pause it
know,
right
Jim has
there?
been looking for.
Thank you, Dee. So do you remember she has said she's been very, very, very adamant that no matter what, she has the resources. She has the resources. She can handle this. There's no plan B. She has the resources. Where are those resources? You just said we could use the money to stay in this house.
Right.
Which is it? Which is it?
Yep. She just fast talks though to make it
Mm-hmm.
like people was not hear it all. Maybe you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
For a job. Jim has not been able to find, or there's not a job in the area that Jim could do. Like some things
She's convincing him there's not a job in the area that Jim could do. She tries to convince Jim that he cannot do things.
doesn't have the skills or abilities, and then some things they require like him to lift, and his doctor doesn't want him lifting 50 pounds, from his back and neck issue.
50 pounds. It used to be 25.
Mm-hmm.
So his lifting skills have gone up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like one of the reasons he applied for Social Security disability was because
you told him to, Jerry. You wanted him to stay home with you. You've got a dog that you cannot take care of. You need him there.
it doesn't have the
I gotta go let Gizmo out. I'll be right back.
mental or emotional.
Okay. Don't fall asleep.
Or sort of capacity to
won't.
work in an office environment, and then really not the physical capabilities to work as a manual laborer anymore. So it's very limited around here of things that he can do. But yeah, I mean, but he's been looking and trying, and
Yeah, Jim Marie
Sorry, I'm
says
just
he can
pausing it for a minute.
DoorDash.
Says Jean Marie. Yep, he can DoorDash. That's what I was just pausing it for.
Yeah,
Yes, Ottermon. Walmart fired him. He did not. We'll get into that when we read the.
that's another lie in
Yeah.
the fundraiser. A bold-faced
Yep.
lie.
you know, there's just nothing. He comes. He's like every day he's on Indeed or not LinkedIn. What's the other one besides Indeed? The I feel like it begins with a J or Monkey Go or what?
I think LinkedIn.
Oh yeah, it's just. But LinkedIn is like where you put up your profile, but you don't really post jobs there.
Oh.
Next door, I've been looking on, but also like the local, you know, the newspaper, local websites and stuff
Hey,
like that.
Tracy.
But I feel like there's another job search thing that you do. You do?
Oh, I use Indeed right now because
Oh, the other one was the international one.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Tracy, I know you. I'm sorry, I don't mean to stop it, but she said she hasn't watched him in a while. She can't deal with the same old. There's new things happening, Tracy, so you'll
Yeah,
be
there's
seeing
some
that a
new.
little bit. Yeah, there's something new going on.
There's about to be some big changes. For those of
Yeah,
us who've been doing this for 4 or 5 years, things are finally about to happen.
thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Before he was looking
He
for
was
like
looking for
international jobs, so that's why I was confused.
international.
Um,
Look at her
A
sucking
lot of
that.
a lot of the jobs that are advertised for work at home, I would need a lot of. I would not only need the training that they do offer, but it's a lot of legal stuff or it's a lot of stuff that I just
oh sure.
don't really comprehend.
Well, also even just like yeah. I was just gonna say even data processing. You know, customer service. You're not the. I mean, you're good at talking on the phone once you start feeling comfortable with it, but every time the phone rings, you get like this burst of anxiety. I could see it in him. Like even when he's calling somebody that he knows, believe it or not, like the person who's handling his case, when he calls them, like you have to call so and so. I don't want to mention his name. I don't know if you ever did, but I don't want to. Who's that person on the bottom?
Take a shower.
Take a shower.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Take a shower says, "Whoa, she is loud. I bet Sally won't miss it." Now,
Oh, this is
Sally
over the
won't miss
dog.
it.
No.
Yeah.
Listen to Sally.
I wouldn't either, but
I think you would have thought right behind it was no dog barking and a guy stabbing you in the neck. Probably would.
Wait, you would be something about no dog barking and a guy stabbing me in the neck. Like nobody's coming in stabbing you in the neck, Jerry.
Yeah.
Dog bark.
the guy would have a very hard chance of doing that.
Okay. You're very, 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 very strong sleeper. I don't know about that. Sorry, I've got dog hair at my house.
House of Jones says, "Yeah, please tell us how you guys want to use the house when Sally's gone."
They didn't like this
Where
question. They did not like
Yep,
that
here you
question.
go. There's a couple in here from you. Nope.
Yeah.
Sally. Well, Jerry didn't. Sorry, Jerry did
No,
not
Jerry
like
did
it.
not like that question. Mm-mm.
Nope. But Jim read it. Jim read another one of yours too that's coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And hold on, Diane, for 1 second. The only reason to not like that question is if you fear you can't keep the house. Why
Right.
wouldn't you? Because you'd think you'd be excited about it. You're finally going to have this house to yourself. That's what you've wanted, you know? And
Right.
the only reason to not like it is because you know deep down we've been right all along that you can't afford that house. Straight out of the gate, you don't make enough money from what you get from your disability, from your SSI to afford the house. I mean, you just don't. It's
Right.
not even being house poor. You can't even afford it with that. And that's not paying taxes, utilities, and everything else. Straight out of the gate, you don't have enough money for the mortgage. And that's if you could qualify at the rate that Sally got from 12 years ago.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot of things up in the air on how we're going to use the house. So it's one of those like, are we going to rent out to Christian College?
You have no idea.
Yeah.
Did you see her say no? She doesn't want things to be known now, I think. Did you see it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I don't know.
Silly.
Yeah, she does bark. She is a large barker.
Yeah.
That's something we keep on trying to train her about, but we don't know.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
does better in the car with car voices, so I don't know if it's just one of those things that like here So it's not anybody's fault or whatever, but like when she was little, it was just yelling her name every time she barked, and I was like, you're just yelling back at her. She doesn't know she's not supposed to be doing that, you know. So like that's why I do like the no ma'am or inside voices tell her quiet but softer. Are you looking at yourself on TV? Look at Mama. Softer. Can you speak, Mama? Oh my goodness. Are you not talking to me now? Because I'm talking bad about this. Sorry.
That is kind of, we're gonna stay in a room for Oreo.
Oh, I mean, good. If you wanted to.
How's Jonah saying Oreo's awesome?
Here we go.
Bluegrass wants to know what mom's channel is.
It's my name. And number's 1321.
Oh, and I do have to say this, Jerry, when you're on your own live, you can click on people's name and go to their profiles. When your subscribers are in your chat, they cannot click on other subscribers' profiles and go to their page. As a content creator that you've been doing this for, I don't know, 6 to 8 years, you think you would have known this. She'll walk Mom through it, though.
And I don't know what's going to happen in the future as far as doing anything really on the channel.
What number is 1321?
It's Sally Hansen 1321.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Oh,
it's not the thing that you have right there with you. Like they don't click on your thing to get you now?
on my thing. I do. What do you mean?
No, they can't click on your profile and get you now. It's
I would
different.
hope.
Should be able to.
There's so much about how this works. I don't know.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So here, Mom, I'm gonna just show you real quick what I mean. Did you comment at all today?
Yeah, I
Like
did.
type? Okay.
Yeah.
Find you. So if I click on your name right here, it says channel. Oh no, not that was the wrong button. Sorry, it says go to channel.
Yeah, Otter Mom, I'm sorry about her barking.
Go to channel.
We're trying to train
They
her
could, like,
not to
subscribe
bark
to
at,
the channel.
you know,
Okay.
Yes,
doorbells
that's
and
it. This is
whatnot.
your channel.
Yeah.
There's your shower.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, these are pictures of your new place.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you click on her, I just showed her how to do it, but if you click on her comment on her profile and her comment, it'll tell you how to go to her channel, and you can see subscribe to her there, and you can find her there like that. And you have the email address for that.
Mhm.
Okay.
As a Joan, I don't know how a fundraiser would affect SSI.
What does that mean? What was
Oh, watch right here.
House
Yep.
Joan's asking, will the fundraiser affect your SSI?
Oh, not me, because I don't benefit from the fundraiser.
Okay, stop it right there, please,
Right.
Dee. Okay, so
Liar,
that was
liar.
pants on, well, moo on fire. Okay, so first of all, that is not at all true. Okay, you were crafty and you tried to put it in Jim's name, but that's not how these things are done. So, for instance, when I applied for my disability, straight out of the gate, I was told I didn't even know what SSI was. I had no idea. I know I've worked for years, so they told me about something. The attorney's office told me about something called SSI, and they asked for my husband's income, and they immediately said, "Well, we don't need to go any further with that. You don't qualify. He makes too much money." The reason why they said that is because we're considered a unit. We're married, okay?
Right.
We are married. And so if he makes too much money, I am immediately, or not enough money. Do you see how that works? You're
Right.
married, Jerry. You're married. So you can sit there and try to be crafty like that and say only Jim's benefiting from it. And she actually said that. She said, I'm not the beneficiary. Excuse
Right.
me?
I think she believes she has a much older viewing per se, and that she thinks she can get over on some of these people by saying that.
Yeah, and it's just not, I mean, sorry, some of us have some life skills, some education and things like that you don't. There's people in here with medical experience in the chat right now. I mean, Kimmy's a nurse. There's people, there are so many people
Yeah.
here aren't going to be led around by the nose by you saying things like, well, I'm not the beneficiary. I'm not. No. Okay. Keep playing like that, because see, it's one thing when you play around on some things, but this is a fundraiser where you've now actually made money. You've only made $100, and but it's now officially fraud. It's officially fraud now because you've now made $100 on it. And
Right.
yeah, so because when Dee shows it, you guys, it's filled with lies. If you're going to do this, say, all right, I'm raising money because we've sat around for years and we didn't do anything, and we need money to pay the bills. That would be real. That would be, we need money to pay the house because we weren't willing to do anything. That would be real. You have to say very specifically what you're going to use it for, and then you better use it just for that, because if you get investigated, misappropriation of funds, look it up, you guys. So many people in jail. So many people charged.
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
Well, why
Now,
would
do you want
anybody
me to?
listen to any financial, uh, information from Jerry? She doesn't even own anything.
Yeah.
Like she owns no property, no, she's never adulted in her life.
Well, and another thing, like
Why
Discover,
would you listen?
Jan had this idea, you guys. Jim has a judgment
Hmm.
in his name. So
Yeah,
she's putting this in Jim's name because she doesn't want it to mess with her 900 a month that she gets for either being overweight or for being blind, whichever it is. I don't know. Okay. Whichever it is. All right. But
yeah.
she gets that 900 a month and she does not want that messed with. So that's why she just sassed back at me in the chat and said, no, it won't affect me because I'm the beneficiary. So she put it in Jim's name thinking, okay, this way I won't have it come back on me. But Jim has a $12,000 Discover judgment because you took out a credit card in his name, ran it up, and then refused to pay it like you did with other credit cards. I wonder, like Jan said, if Discover would like to know about this, this fundraiser. Turns out it doesn't look like you're going to get any money on it except for that $100. I mean, other people may. I just want to. Is it too early, Dee, to ask where's Margarita? Because she said she was going to donate.
Right.
All of a sudden, she's conveniently going to Madrid, Spain. You notice it's always got to be somewhere exotic and out of the country.
Right. And not like she can't get on the internet and still donate.
Thank you. It's still
Oh,
there. I
Right.
don't know, you guys.
Right.
They have the internet in Spain.
I want
And
to
her
donate. I just
husband
want to
being a
donate just to
wealthy
be able to write
doctor.
a
Oh,
comment.
y'all
Do
almost did it.
not donate to this scam.
I almost did it, y'all, so I could do a comment. You can't do $1. This is how close I came to doing it. And I almost did it because you have to donate $5. But y'all, let's not, okay? Because $5 to Jerry is more Dave and Sissy money to spend. But I wanted to leave a comment that bad. And I was going to say, hope this pays the mortgage and you can use the rest to get a Dave and Sissy housewarming gift for yourself. And I guess the rest can, be extra for bills. I mean, it's just, that's how
I just
preposterous
want
it
to
is.
warn people that actually go there to
Well, you can do that
believe
by
this
sharing it.
scam.
Mona had that idea. I think it was Mona that had that idea. You can share it like she wants, but instead put at the top, beware, don't donate
Right.
to this. I don't
Put
think
it on.
it's going to get that big a
Oh, I need
coverage.
to put it on TikTok.
Yeah.
But then I'm afraid that I'll draw attention to it.
I know, could be, because I don't think it's going to get that much attention, you guys. She chose not to go with GoFundMe, and that sticks out in my head because GoFundMe's the big dog. Why did you not go with them?
There's
Instead, you
some
went with,
reason.
there's a
Well,
reason.
because you don't ever want to pay a fee for anything.
Yeah.
Cozy said Margarita said she was going to donate last night.
Yep. And it's not there.
No.
So, and the person who did donate to her, if anybody's wondering, it is a real person, and it's somebody from has known Dee, or not Dee, sorry, has known Jerry since high school. It looks like she's from New York, and it looks
Same
like
age.
same age, yeah. So that's speculation on my part about high school, but New York and same age. So
Right.
yeah, but
All
it
right.
is
So
somebody real.
do you want me to bring it up?
Up to you. Up to you. I
Okay.
keep being bad and going.
Whatever
No,
Hey,
you're
you
good because I do want to have people see this because some people might not have seen it.
yeah, it's.
Oh, I clicked on it right away when she said it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guilty.
And
All
she wrote
right.
this. I mean, I don't
Right.
believe that Jim wrote it,
No,
but he
No,
right.
said
I'm
he
guilty
did.
too. And I'm guilty for some of the hearts.
She's making it. She
Gimme.
is making it look
Dang it. I
like
thought I would I thought I would see who was liking it. And then I gave it a heart and it wouldn't let me give it back. I was like, I gotta quit hitting it.
So
she
some of those
made it.
hearts are Kimmy.
Yes.
She made it like um Jim wrote it. So she wrote it in Jim's words. Now Jim said that she did help him, but at one point didn't he say that she wrote it or
um,
Jerry
he
helped
said
him?
during his live, he said he did it. And,
Right. And
again, Jim, be very careful because it's not only in your name, but now you're on video to the internet saying that you did indeed write this. So,
right.
court of law, when there's fraud that occurs, because now you've actually, I know $100 isn't a lot of money, but there's now $100 towards this. And you're saying, I mean, because this thing is chock full of lies. You got fired from Walmart. You didn't injure yourself at work. And there are videos to document that, Jim. I mean, you're the one who puts your life on the internet. There's videos to prove these are lies in this. I mean, it's sloppy. It's
Right. Yep.
there's
Right.
so many lies. If you guys haven't read it, I promise you, you'll be
I'm
scared.
going to read it. I'm going to read it right now.
Please do.
Okay. So it says, "Hi, my name is James, and I am the only child of Sally. My mom has raised me since my father passed when I was 15 years old, and she has done an amazing job. In 2013, my wife and I moved to Missouri to live with her and take care of her as she aged." So we were talking 11 years ago. So Sally was in her 60s, right? Like me.
Mm-hmm.
In 2021, my wife was diagnosed with stage 4 kidney cancer, renal cell carcinoma, clear cell, which is very aggressive. That is the worst renal cell carcinoma to get, is the clear cell. It has taken everything I have to take care of both of them. In 2023, I got hurt at work and can no longer do physical labor, but due to my dyslexia and psychological impairments, I am waiting for my determination to receive Social Security disabilities. Well, Jim, in 2023, my friend, you were not injured at work. You, my friend, were fired. Why were you fired? Well, one night, I believe it was a Wednesday or a Thursday, because I remember it was a Friday that you called in. You left work early because your work was done. So you clocked out early, which with Walmart, if you're getting paid and such, they'll let you know clock out, or they will find other things in the store for you to do. Then you decided your next shift, you were calling off. You were let go. You fought for unemployment. You were denied unemployment because I believe Missouri is a right to work state. So, Jim, no, Jerry, that is a lie that you wrote to make it look better. So, then we go into, over the course of the last year, my mother's health has declined and I can no longer take care of her as well as she needs. So she will be moving into an assisted slash independent living facility where she could be monitored and cared for. Um, Gosh, I think Sally could take better care of herself than you and Jerry could take care of yourselves.
Amen.
Jerry has been saying for years now that Sally has had dementia. There is no way that she has dementia.
Mm-hmm.
And okay.
Yeah, Jerry 100% wrote this, Angie. I agree
Oh
with
yeah.
you. Jim
Yeah,
did
Jim
write
had
it.
nothing to do with this.
But, he said in his video he did.
He admitted.
And he has his name. His name is on this. So in a court of law, he's culpable. You can't just tell a judge, my wife is mean. She makes me do things. The
No.
judge will say, Jim, unless you have something saying you are 100%, show me the diagnosis where you are 100% not of sound mind, you're culpable here. And Jim will get in trouble.
And
That's just the truth.
let's be honest. If this is hooked up to a bank account, it's hooked up to their bank account,
And it
not
is.
just
So
Jim's.
I looked it up. And so the way that $100,
Yeah.
or myself and a friend did, we looked it up. That she can already, that money's probably already spent on a Dave and Sissy deal, because she thought, this is just the little first part, Jim. I'm just going to spend this first little bit.
Oh, they get it right away?
Yeah, they get it right away. Yeah.
Wow.
Hooks up
Wow.
to their bank.
Okay. So with my wife's declining health, which I agree, Jerry's declining, don't get me wrong. We really would like to stay in our home that we purchased with mom in 2013. But until my Social Security determination has approved, we will not be able to cover all of the living expenses. We are taking a small amount, if you can, to help mom get the care she needs. How are you helping mom get the care that she needs? Mom pays her own way.
Mm-hmm.
We are just asking for a small amount. Okay, wait. I read that. Sorry. Okay. And for us to stay in our home, we know what SSA has to say. Until we know what SSA has to say, it's not SSA, Jerry. It's SSI or SDI, SSDI. Or maybe she's saying they're waiting for the Social Security Administration. Okay. I have tried to find work this is just recently that he's tried to find work, because it's been all along that he's been disabled and that he can't work. And Jerry has said that herself. I have tried to find work that I'm qualified for, but even managerial positions, it says we require you be able to lift up to 50 pounds. My doctor has limited my lifting capacity to well below 50 pounds, which they said in their live that it's a 50-pound. My wife, who has spent her entire life caring for others, has taken such good care of me and my mom for the 8 of 10 years we all lived together. I really want to do this for her. Then it tells you 10% of what we're raising will go back to GiveSendGo to help assist others. Thank you in advance. If you don't have the means to give, you could at least share our story. With love and God's grace, James Henson. They've become awful religious as well.
Yeah, all of a sudden, when it fits their agenda, when she wanted to have the chicken foot work and she wanted that to work, or witchcraft or new age product, whatever, that then she's on that, and each time it's because, okay, well, that didn't work quickly enough. Now I'm on to the next thing. There's some reason she's chosen to go with GiveSendGo. I'm not sure what it is, but they do have some shady accounts, you guys, that they have let stay on their website. There's a Rolling Stone article about this website, and it's not good. I just got to say, it's not good. I mean, they've let like neo-Nazi accounts stay on there and raise $9,000, things like that. And they don't do anything. So that may be why. Jerry is very calculated. She chose not to go with GoFundMe, which is the biggest site where she would get the most coverage. To me, it is not coincidence that she's gone to this much, much, much smaller site where it looks like they may not do anything. But Jerry, think again, okay? Because when people make a report, which people are already doing, it says, the automated thing that they send back from GiveSendGo, it says, if you think there's been a crime, please contact your local police department, or please contact the police department. You guys, they of course mean Rolla. If I contact my police department, they're gonna be like, you want me to do what about what in Rolla? So you want to contact the Rolla Police Department. And I do believe that if enough people do that, it's a big deal, because they're going to realize they have to do something about this.
But my question is, Joni, why? Okay, if it's for Sally, okay, then why isn't Sally's picture on it?
Right.
Like,
Well,
where's the mom in this picture?
Right.
To
That's a
me,
great
it
question.
screams scam with Jerry's face on there.
And you notice she's making sure to wear the mask. And I saw a couple of people made jokes. Martin did, and a couple
Yeah, it was
others
like
did.
4 years ago.
Yeah, and there, but a couple of them said how appropriate. Basically, I'm putting words in their mouth. The way they said it much better. That they're wearing masks because they're basically robbing you. If you're giving money to them, you might as well set it on fire. As far
And
as
it's for pity. Oh,
yeah, and make sure she wears her cancer mask. Okay.
Well, not just that. That's where she completed her.
Yeah.
Oh.
But if they're trying to sell that it's for Sally,
it may have been.
Why are just them two on there? Like, if I was going to donate, I want to see the mom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where's the mama?
Yeah, but this is a big deal.
She's so fraudulent.
To do this, I mean, you just don't play, and so, yeah, there's no picture of Sally, but you notice how everything was spent. It was all spun in a way that made them look like Jim is constantly looking for a job. He was hurt on the job. It wasn't his fault. That's an outright lie. Somebody said, wouldn't he have gotten workers' comp? Absolutely. Or he at least would have gotten unemployment, you guys. He wasn't given either because he was fired.
He didn't even work there a year. They went on the cruise. He took time off, and then he did that like 2 weeks later.
Right. So, I mean,
those eyes look like sharks.
That's not it's very appropriate. Yeah. Shark eyes is. So, yeah.
So
I agree
that's
with
when she
Marianne.
finished
Please,
radiation.
everyone, report this. You guys, it takes 5 minutes. And let me tell you real quick, if you want to report it, how you have to do it.
Feta just said that that company, that funding company, is
Mhm.
not accredited by the BBB, the Better Business
Yes.
Bureau,
And for instance,
and they had legal.
When Rolling Stone did a basically a hit piece on them, showing that these website or these fundraisers that they allowed to stay up, they wouldn't even get back with Rolling Stone, which tells me they don't know how to defend it. Because most companies would want to get back with them and try to do some damage control and be like, well, hold on, now that you're saying this, we'll look into the no. And so they said, we reached out to them, but they did not get back with us, which to me is also another huge red flag. So again, there's a reason Jerry's choosing not to go with GoFundMe. In my opinion, I can't
Yeah,
say
no, I
what it
think so
is.
too.
I hope they scam her.
But GoFundMe has been scammed so many times that they do not play. GoFundMe, yeah. So I think, and she may have been advised to do this, maybe by one of her, resources people. I don't know. But fraud is still fraud. And you still can get in trouble for it. Because at the end of the day, the people that are going to get you in trouble are not the GiveSendGo people or GoFundMe. It's the cops, it's the police, it's local law enforcement who have to be told there's enough of a crime going on here that it needs to be investigated. And in reality, I think it's a crime even if they had not taken in $1, because it's showing the intent to commit a crime. I mean, we can prove there's like 10 lies in this, at least 5.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So so let me tell everybody real quick, if you want to report it, because I still think it's important to do. If you want to report it, the way to do so, because a couple of people couldn't find it, you go to the
Am I still sharing screen?
scroll
Still
down.
sharing?
So to record it, you go, or to
Yeah.
report it, you go all the way to the bottom where it says contact us, and you'll
Hold on
see
one
contact
second.
us on the right there. And then it'll have report a fundraiser. And you just fill out what you think is wrong with it. And they'll send you an automated email back, and it'll tell you about the police thing. And I encourage you to reach out to to the Raleigh police and let them know, what you find is wrong with it. Because, and up to you, you guys. I mean, you guys do you. If you don't feel you need to report it, then don't.
I'm just trying to type something and just see if it brings up different things. Oops, my hands are slipping. Sorry, it's nighttime where it's.
Martin, that's a good suggestion. Martin says someone needs to call the Missouri Attorney General.
Yeah. Helen said it as well.
I will
But yeah,
look
there's
that up,
different articles.
Jan, I bet Mona could answer that for us. Mona, are you still here? Because Mona might could find that out. Jan said, how can people contact SSI to report her? Because that was my biggest other suggestion, was that, that's where, if you're going to be making more income, that needs to be reported. Or like Jan said, maybe Discover would like to know that all of a sudden you may be bringing in some new money, Jim, because this is in your name. You're allowing it to stay in your name. And we have advised Sally very strongly, you need to get them. If you can't get them to take it down, you need to report this yourself. You need to put a wall around yourself and protect yourself, because it's full of, mom this, mom that, mom can't take care of herself. They're totally alluding to the fact that they're going to pay for mom. They're going to help mom. They're going to, and we all know that's not going to happen. She
Right.
won't even spend $5 of her money she gets a month for mom. She buys Dave and Sissy deals. That $15 budgeted, she said, well, we budgeted for it for the Dollar Tree. Jerry, you could have given that to Sally.
Right.
Something for rent for 2 years. We're coming up on 2
That's how
years.
I don't understand. You can't afford to pay rent.
Right.
You did no fundraisers to help pay your mother-in-law while you've been staying there. I don't get it. You have enough money to budget in your Dollar Tree or your Dave and Sissy's, but you didn't have enough money to budget in your phone service.
And yes, Monkey,
But
like Dee says, it should count against her income. And that's why if Mona can find where we can
is Mona
report,
here?
she was earlier. I don't know if she is now. I can try to text her, but we'll try to find where we can, or somebody else can do that. Try to find where she can be reported for SSI. That, you know, somebody else had that idea. I can't take credit for it. But Jan, maybe it was Jan. Yeah. So that's a great idea because that's what it's true. It is. I mean, because they're married, you know, and you can, I've even heard her one time, somebody reminded me that she had even mentioned something about, do they have to get divorced to do something? She's so
Yes.
crafty.
Yes, she did. It's on a live. I have
She's
it
so
somewhere.
crafty. She would do that. But I just, you know, I would hope oh gosh, but it's too late for this now. You took out the GoFundMe or this, not GoFundMe, this GoFundMe generic and GiveSendGo as a married couple.
Right.
And that means this is going to count against your SSI. You are a beneficiary, Jerry, and you know it. So,
And I also just had a friend text me and said, if he was hurt in 2023, exactly why no workman's compensation? And he would have been getting it all along. It wouldn't have stopped.
yes.
Like unemployment would have stopped. Do you know what I mean? After so long, it's because he wasn't injured at work. He
Yeah.
was fired
Oh,
for
I love what Cozy said. Hey kids, are y'all having fun? Well, go back out of the chat and hit that thumbs up. Doesn't cost you anything. It's cheaper than a Dave and Susie's deal. Check it out, one night only. That is awesome, Cozy.
That's awesome.
That was so cool, Cozy. That I love that. Hey, let me just say what Sarah said too, because that's very important. Let's not forget thousands of dollars for plumbing issues, not a penny to help Sally.
No, Sally took care of it all because of those flushable wipes that
Yeah.
are non-flushable.
Yeah. And Donna, you're right. Sally is not going to be on the assisted living part. She's doing the
No.
independent living part.
They put both.
Yeah. And she's definitely moving, you guys. I've still seen some people
Yes.
thinking they'll believe it when they see it. She's definitely moving.
Sally actually gave the go ahead to say that she is moving Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday she is in her own apartment. She'll be able to sleep peacefully,
I hope she takes pictures.
warmly. She'll be
Yes.
able to sleep warmly.
She only has 2 nights left, you guys. And
Yes.
she's counting them. I mean,
I'm so
that's,
happy for her.
well, she didn't
Oh
say she's
my.
counting them down, but I would assume, when you're excited about a new adventure in your life, it's like 2 more sleeps until Christmas. So this is awesome. You
And
guys,
can
she's
I
going to
call?
have so many things, friendship, from neighbors and things to do. And it's just wonderful.
And can I give recognition to Carla? Man,
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. Carla is a
Carla's.
gift from God to
She
her.
is.
She really
I'm
is.
just so thankful that Sally has her, and she's
Yes.
so close, and she's
Mhm.
helped her so much.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. I mean,
She's
I think
packed
there's so
for
many
her.
people in this community that have too. I think we've all been helpful, but Carla is a gift from God being right there next to her, coming in and helping her, fighting for her. I mean, I hope I can say this,
Most
but
people here has
Carla
rooted
was,
for her.
yeah. So it's yeah, and Mona, has been a huge help to her. So there's been a lot, but at the end of the day, I'm sure I can't say for sure. Jerry and Jim probably blame us, and that's not true.
You know what? It was none of us. It was her
No,
that no.
she had to want it. Nobody's going to push Sally, as
Not
tiny
at
as she
all.
is, into doing something she doesn't want to do. Think about it. She's been able to withstand being there with them all this time for years, being as unhappy as she seems to be. So for her now to move, that's on Sally. That's not on us, you guys. I mean, we supported her in every way we could, trying to find resources or different things, but that, Jerry, you may not like to hear that, but that's Sally. I think she told you years ago. She said that she does better living alone. There's
Yes.
nothing wrong with that. So I could not be more excited for her.
Right. I think the dog was a big push too. I
Oh
really do.
yes. I think the dog was the final straw.
Yes.
It really
Did you
was.
hear how loud that dog was the other day?
Well, it scared me. I was holding my MacBook and I
Oh
had an
my
iced coffee and I
gosh.
was like, whoa. I was like,
I
whoa.
mean, it was loud.
Yeah, it was loud.
Yeah. I would have jumped.
Yeah. It was definitely.
Yeah, I did jump.
Yeah,
That
same.
was the only thing that I could hear real well. And you know what it was? I had earbuds in because I go about doing things. And all of a sudden, they were up as loud as they could go because I couldn't hear Jim and Jerry. And all of a sudden, this dog barked. You should have seen me jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you guys, as far as the house, we don't know every detail on that. And one thing we've been sure to tell Sally too is we don't have to know every detail. For instance, I don't ever want her to tell anything like as far as like numbers wise, that's not my business. It's just not, like what you're getting for it. One of the piece of advice I gave her was, we're not realtors and we're not there with you. So a short sale might sound good to some people. They think that's what you should do, or just let it go as is. I said, the best advice I can give you, and this has been a while since I've said that, but it still stands true, is bring in your own realtor and let them go through and do the inspection and all that stuff. Get in it. You know what I mean? Get somebody who's there, who has that expertise. That's what they do, who can say for you what your best plan is. Because
Right.
some people have said at her age, does she really need to worry if it goes back to the bank? I don't think she should do anything, and except for what's right for her, after looking at her finances and her what the realtor advises. But
Right. And I think once she gets out, she's going to be more clear thinking. Like, I kind of feel like she's under stress. You have to worry about if the people you live with blow up or start cursing. Who wants to hear it? I wouldn't want to after going through all those years. Once she gets out and away from the situation and gets that alone time, I think she's going to follow through with a lot of other things.
yeah,
I
Mhm.
really do. I have faith.
Yeah. Yes, I
Oh, I
agree
do
with you.
too.
I love a craft. A realtor will know what it's worth. And yeah, Rena, she'll be warm. She can watch what she wants in TV. No barking dog.
And doesn't have to hear the dog's night music or whatever,
Oh my God.
lullabies.
A
Come
constant.
on, guys.
Oh, y'all, I cannot even. That alone would have driven me crazy. As much as I'm triggered by noises and stuff.
Because she only cares about herself.
Right.
Right. And then she's so loud even when Jim does a live. She doesn't care how loud she is. Do you think she cares? Do you think, you know what I mean? She lowers her voice for Sally?
And
No.
she'll give them looks. I was talking. I'm
Mhm.
like,
Yeah. Like,
oh
yeah,
gosh,
don't
she burns
interrupt
me
her,
up.
but it's her subscribers that help her, but don't interrupt her. Does that make sense?
She's so
Yeah. And I agree with you, Marianne. I really, I wish Jerry could see that we have not been the enemy all along as much as she thinks we are. But if you end up blaming us, you're just deflecting and realizing that you really are the one here who could have done something. Y'all have had 6 months where you've known this was a possibility. And I think what's happened is beyond entitlement that they both are so eaten up with, is that they really truly thought. Jim looked us in the face on one of his lives and he said, my mom will never put me out. Well, Jim, how disrespectful to put
But
her in a situation like that. Blame shifting, Sarah. Yes. So, and we've been kind of tough on Sally because I believe in tough love for Jim and Jerry. I believe in tough love for Sally at times, but we've tried to be respectful. It's her home, it's her life, and she gets to do and should do what she feels is best for her. But yeah, have there been times, I think I say it just about every day, where I'm like, I cannot wait till I don't have to say this anymore. But at this point, in my opinion, the very best thing you can do for Jerry and Jim is allow them to fail. Because if they don't learn to do that, especially Jim, let's say Jerry's illness plays out, she's no longer here, and Sally's no longer here. This is not rocket science. Jim, if he doesn't know how to function, and we know, Dee, like you said, Jerry's done nothing to help prepare him for that. In fact, she's
no.
handicapped him. She has truly handicapped him. So I've told Sally, I said, please, I beg you, because I feel like at this point, it's akin to giving like an addict a fix if you keep
Right.
rescuing them.
Yeah.
He's got to be allowed to fail. Will that be hard to watch? Well, you know what? You'll be in your new
You'll
place.
be able to be there though and see it and see how they overcome it.
And you'll be able to give them advice. Once you're gone,
Correct.
you can't do that for them. But
No.
this way, you won't be there in the home to watch them get put out and that kind of thing. And we have, even for Jim and Jerry, we have done more work for them. Well, of course, we'll never be thanked for it. And we're still the bad guys. Just last week,
Well,
we
it's me more so the bad guy. I mean, he still reads your comments, but I mean,
Oh,
it's always
I'm blocked
me.
on his, but I'm not blocked on Jerry's, and I'm sure I will be after tonight. And it's just a shame because none of us are truly their enemy. Just last week, Jan found the cutest place for them. And,
Yes.
and immediately, what was said? Well, Jerry won't do that. She will see that as below her. And it's like, it is a perfect, cute place.
Yeah, it
It is.
was.
Oh, it was so perfect for them. It even had a loft for Jim to put like I joked and said, his World of Warcraft or what up there, his Viking loft. But that is another thing that makes me so mad is I truly feel like Jim would like the move because he's been talking about wanting to move for the longest time. Is this living in the mountains in Colorado? No, but I'm sure all of us could think of, I'd like to have a villa in France. But, reality is that's not going to happen. So maybe I should concentrate on making sure roof overhead, maybe that's a little more important. And I really don't feel, and the other thing that I've said that I think is pretty tough for Sally to hear, but I said, Sally, I promise you, I said this just yesterday, the day before, I am not telling you anything that I wouldn't hope you would tell me or a good friend would tell me. So I believe in tough
It's
love.
because you care about her. We all care about
Yeah,
her.
for friends as
And
well. And I
if
said,
we didn't care, we wouldn't waste our time.
yeah. And I said, I believe
Well, it's not wasted, but
Jim's attitude is so bad now. And y'all, I get it. Jerry has made him her disciple.
bitter.
He has his mental, y'all, he's still considered culpable in a court of law. He's still considered of sound enough mind,
Well,
charged for things.
one
So,
of Feta said, like, if Jim was capable of writing that, which they make
yes,
it out to look like, he's really employable.
absolutely. And y'all, we've all seen how much happier Jim is when he works. Does he come home and sometimes
Yes,
have issues
he's got
with,
freedom.
right? He's had issues with some things that happen at work each day. Big deal.
Everyone
Everybody
does.
has that. That's
Yeah.
just called life. But like what I told Sally day before yesterday, I feel like it was probably hard to hear, but I was like, he has turned into a mean, vicious man. And what is going to happen when you're gone? And I know that's not never fun to hear, but shouldn't we all plan for that? So when you're gone, there are not going to be people are not going to have patience with him and his just spitting venom and angry attitude like you did. And so that again is all the more reason for him to learn reality right now. So for instance, let me give one quick example and then I'll shut up about this. So if he is enabled after this for doing nothing for 6 months, how could we blame him? If Sally in some way rescues him, okay, and says, "Oh yeah, guys, my son, he's my baby. I've got to pad that fall. I know Jerry's mean to him. I've got to come in here and pad that fall, and I'm just going to say to them, you know what, you guys, okay, I'm just going to pay for a couple more months, but then that's it. That's it. Well,
Yeah,
okay,
no.
you know what happens then? Then they think, oh, she's going to do it
Mom's
again the
gonna
next
come.
time. She's going to do it again the next time. She's going to do it so I think Sally is starting to, knows that. It's just, like you said, Dee, it's got to be hard to do in the house with them,
It
So
is.
it's, I'm
It is.
sure it is. And there have been times I've been exasperated and I've been like, please, Sally, just go in and just be straight with them. Just be straight. Just be straight. So what if they're mad? Jim and Jerry are going to be mad no matter what. Why wouldn't they be mad? They're going to
Yeah, but I
hate
think
you.
it's going to be easier once she's gone
Yeah.
because she won't have to face them. I don't think she
Yeah.
likes confrontation.
Right.
Right. Right. And
And
there's
she
lots of
doesn't want
people
it
that
to
don't.
feel awkward.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And I
Mhm.
think living in that house has made her stressed and depressed and
Yes.
doesn't give her anything to look forward to. Being outside of the house, she's not going to hear anything, have to hear any complaints, have to just
She
watch
can
things
sit in her
pile
warm
around you.
living
Listen to a
room
dog. Have
and
your have your adult daughter-in-law urinate
and just
or something on the floor. No.
and did you hear what she said in that live the other day? She said she'll be able to eat when she wants to.
Yes.
That broke my heart.
That
Me
Like,
was
too.
so sad, y'all. I almost cried. I
Yeah.
was like, my
I was
gosh.
like, oh my gosh. My husband's like, what are you listening to?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
said, it's sad.
Can we
Yeah.
just address what Big Mama said for a second? When
Sorry, I'm
she
not looking at comments.
No, I
I'll
am. She
look.
said he
I'll
can't
look.
fix up an apartment, but he can run a bed and breakfast and have a garden and chickens. And y'all, the chickens thing is just
Oh,
ridiculous.
yeah.
You're gonna, chickens are so much work. They're so
They're
messy.
He's asking
so
a
dirty.
fortune,
All just
too.
to save a few dollars on eggs for
Right.
heaven's
But he
sake.
can't mow the lawn.
Yeah.
Hello.
He
How are
So
you
can't walk his
gardening and you can't mow
dog.
the lawn?
He
And
can't walk
Jimmy,
his
you're
dog.
right. She seems
Look
so
at him.
excited about all the activities. She's excited, I think, about meeting
She is.
neighbors. She mentioned how, baking is something she does. And so I love that it seems like the place is already trying to match people who have similar interests, so she'll be able to, and, she can pick the outing she wants to go on. And when she wants peace and quiet, she can just go right back into her cottage and have all the peace and quiet she wants.
Yes.
This is a
Amen.
Can't
massive,
wait to help her. Like, I see her
yeah,
like decorations and her decor,
She's
and
gonna thrive.
I
right.
believe so.
I
She
I
do.
see
needs to.
her
She
going out
deserves
more,
it.
doing more things. I remember back, she used to get her hair done I don't know if it was a couple weeks or
I
anything.
hope they have
I
a
see
beauty
her doing
shop.
so much more. I really do.
Maybe
Yeah.
they have a beautician that comes out there like once a week. I bet they do because I've worked in facilities that go
Right.
Yeah.
out to each place like once a week. That way people can get their hair done or fixed or get shaved.
Monkey
And
says Missouri is about to require non-children people on disability to work part-time.
Non-children people on disability to work. Oh,
Really?
oh. Well, you guys, I've told you guys before about the disability thing with me. And so I'm an artist. I sell my art sometimes. I go through phases where I do more of it and not. But one of the things my decision maker was how much are you allowed to make? Because to me, being on disability does not mean that I want to shrivel up and do nothing. I want
Right.
to still do things I enjoy. I want to, I just modify how I do them. I still, and so you can make, I think it's up to like 1,300 a month before, don't quote me exactly on that. Everybody do the right thing for them, but there's a certain amount you can make before it jeopardizing, looking like you're working so much full time. And, let me tell you, I mean, if my pain gets to where it's that much better and I want to do the full time, there's nothing that says you have to stay in a disability. You know what I mean? You don't have to stay on disability. People go off of it all the time. But Jerry, sometimes they're taken off of it because they are seen as malingerers and they're faking. And so, that's another thing. Why are you out driving if you're blind?
Right.
It's terrifying. I mean, why are you out driving? I don't understand that. I mean, that is so dangerous. If you don't care about for you and Jim and Oreo, why don't you care about it for other people? Oh, Eugene, that would be great if she does. Yeah.
Someone, Lainey just said, Sally would love it. My in-laws just moved to independent living and it's wonderful. Happy hour every day at 3:30.
Yes, that's wonderful. And she says an in-house hair salon, gym, movie theater, so many activities and live
Wow.
music. It's wonderful. Yeah, and Martin, Jim cannot be a landlord with all his ailments. I mean, that's just no, that's to me is as ridiculous as the chickens. So
that is so laughable. Like, Jim can't even take care of himself.
but that, I mean, that's why I say he needs to learn. But to go to that length, it's just like you could. I mean, talk about
Who
jumping.
is going to want to live there?
I don't know,
I mean,
but
maybe a college student at a really, really cheap rate. My son probably would have back in the day. If it's
yeah,
cheap.
then I worry about, how upset Jim gets on things. I feel like he will think it's an
Oh, he would be.
invasion and he will
Yes.
snap. And then again,
Yeah.
that's yet another way that you can end up in some big trouble nowadays. You
Yep.
just,
He's
so
full of it.
yeah,
He ain't gonna take care of no damn garden.
no. And as far as being able to fix things in the
Sorry.
house and stuff, that's what people expect out of a landlord. So yeah. I can't imagine someone to live in that house with the chaos and clutter. I agree with you, Jamie. I don't understand why anybody would want
Well,
to.
let's remember a while back, Jerry said she got on a Section 8 waiting list, but she didn't add Jim on the thing. She said, I guess she did it online, which I didn't know you could fill an application out for online. I
Mm.
thought you had to go in office, but I could be wrong for Missouri. Every state is different. But she might want to think about going that route because Mama Cash Bucket Sally isn't going to keep paying that mortgage. And if you're raising money on this fundraiser for your mortgage, they could take your Social Security away because of that. Then how are you going to live? I'm just at a loss, guys. And to make up that story that to help Sally, to make it up that Jim's writing it, to make it up that Jim got injured at work, why is it all lied? The only thing I guess that's being honest, right, is the cancer. And they want to stay in the home.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't.
Jim did want to see about getting female students from Norway in the house vomit. Okay, see, and I do not think that that is at all a good idea.
That's not safe at all.
No,
I
yeah,
want to see that ad. I will definitely report that.
no. I mean, no. I don't think Jerry would allow that for a minute. I don't think
Well, I don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
know. For money,
for money, maybe, but my gosh, I mean, the way she,
well,
encourages him to look, and then to have young females around.
Well, that's
yeah.
why she wants him to look the way he does. She
Yeah,
And
encourages
then
that.
announce to the world he's got problems.
yeah,
I
right.
think that Jerry's taken a lot of his manhood away. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
absolutely.
Maybe I'm
He has
wrong
none
thinking
left.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
He has none left.
Mm.
you
Yeah,
know,
Big
she
Mama says no young person would want to live there between those two, the dog smell and condition of the house. And that's another thing.
It would probably be condemned. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, so I'll be very curious to hear what the realtor says. And I hope that, I mean, it just depends on what is best for Sally, the
Right.
decision she'll make. And, maybe she'll do short sale. Maybe a flipper will come in and want to do that. I mean, that might be, could you imagine if a flipper buys it? They're going to
Oh,
come in.
yeah.
Y'all got to get the, I mean, this is, I think, is going to start
Evacuate.
to move pretty quickly. Jerry, I don't know if anybody else, sat there and wondered yesterday. I was like, Jerry, how? And I truly wasn't being angry towards her. I was like, how are you not worried? How? I don't understand. And I know part of that's pride. She doesn't want to show us that and that kind of thing. But I was like, I thought, if nothing else, self-preservation would have kicked in, and she would have wanted to try to find something so that she could have some choice. And that's what's such a shame about sitting around and just poo-pooing things and smacking the hands that try to help you the way Jim always does, or anything like that. What's going to happen, like that cute place that Jan found last week that had such a freaking amazing rent, all one story. It doesn't even have the steps up to get into the house, like the
wasn't
one
it like 300 and something?
$350.
Wow.
That's insane for rent.
Right.
And I think it had a
That
little
was a
more.
steal.
That is insane. And it's all one story. The house where they are now has steps to get up into. It's not big steps, but we've seen them before where he had to take her up the ramp, and Sue had to get the ramp or whatever when she came
Yeah.
home from rehab and stuff like that. There's not even that to get in this house, right, Dee? It's just flat. You come straight in.
Right. Yep.
Everything's tile. There's a big yard for Oreo, and there is more for the dog. So I think it's like another $50. I can't remember. Jan might remember. A fantastic place for them. Is it one bedroom? Yes. But again, here's something to think of, and I can't take credit for this either. Somebody said this in Discord. Jerry barely comes out of her room anyway. She
Yep.
comes from her room to the new living room. Used to be from her room to the main living room, and then every once in a while into the kitchen or something. Well, this place has both of those. It has a
Right.
kitchen, it has and it even has a little secluded place for Jim to go do whatever Jim does. It has a loft that I can tell you she won't be able to get up into. It has a steep ladder to get up into that little bitty loft. So it could not be more perfect for them. But this is my example, or my point with them, is that by sitting there and just smacking the hand of people who are willing to spin the spoons to try to help you, immediately it's, well, Jerry won't go for that. All right, well, by all means, let that place slip away, because next to that, the cheapest rent that Jan could find started at $650. And, it's like,
Which
well,
that isn't bad either.
no, my gosh, I can't even tell you what they cost here. Okay, and out west. So and
Right.
here's the thing, by pushing that one away, that you could get into right away, what you're probably going to get is not only because that one was almost twice as much, and that was the only other one that she could find. So you're already going to have to pay almost twice as much. That's that much more that you can't spend now on Dave and Sissy deals. All right.
Right.
And then it'll probably be like on a second story. I'm sure she can, with her disability, say, I can't get up a second story, but I'm just
Oh,
saying,
definitely.
you probably won't be able to have some of the things that this house, with all of us knowing you as well, the one thing this house didn't have is what would make her angry is it doesn't have a lot of space for hoard because it's not a big place, but it's plenty big for them. And it's a big open concept,
I think it was just about 700 square feet.
but
I can't remember.
it
It
seemed
was
bigger.
cute.
It was, and it seemed bigger than that because it was open. It was such an open concept. If I can find it, Dee, we should show it and show what they could have had.
I don't know if I can.
Well, you can share your
I'll
screen.
look.
I can
Yeah,
share.
I'll look for you. Yeah, I'm gonna go look.
I'll see if I can find it. I don't remember if I have the link though, so that's the problem. I don't know where the link is.
Right.
But kudos to Jan, because that would have been such a perfect place for them. And instead, by all means, push it away. Yeah.
Here, I don't understand why she never had a plan B. I
Yeah.
don't understand why she hasn't followed through with calling for the Section 8, checking where she is on the Section 8, getting more information, calling the Cancer Society, seeing if they could help her with things. What do you sit there and play on? Or you were just looking to see how you could keep this house and keep this house. Well, you didn't think Sally was going to do it. Nobody pushed her to do it, but Sally did it herself. She tried telling you and Jim for how many months now, and you sat there, and I'm sorry. You ate your honey buns and did nothing.
You did absolutely nothing, and so did Jim. And that's what I'm talking about. Sally has got to be willing to let them fail and to have some repercussions from that. And here we sit trying to find them a place, and really, they don't deserve that. They really don't. But that's because we're not the mean people that Jerry makes us out to be. I just know that they need to learn there are consequences in life. They need to learn that you snooze, you lose. Early bird gets the worm. A man reaps what he sows. Things like that. And you have done nothing for 6 months. And I do believe, you guys, what we saw yesterday is going to start to crumble. I think we're going to see, she may never let us see that, which is fine. That's a
Oh,
personal
you
thing.
can see it in her face, though.
But you could see, and she's scared. And you should be, Jerry, for heaven's sake. That hoard is worth nothing. And I don't mean that because of its value. I mean, why are you guarding it like this? And let me just say what Mona has always said that is so smart. She said, the reason why Jerry doesn't worry is because as a bona fide narcissist, she truly does feel she'll get her way. She doesn't think that, she's going to be put out. She may have some nerves, but I'm butchering that. I wish Mona was here to say that. But she's basically said this was like my mom. She always, basically, have you seen those memes or the GIFs where it's GIFs where it's somebody sitting amidst a fire and they're like, oh, everything's fine. Because they just think, and in some ways, please don't take this mean towards Sally or towards the system in general. With Jerry getting away with so much, you can kind of see why she thinks she will. Like with the PPP loans, she thinks, well, I didn't get caught for those. So I'm gonna spin this fundraiser the way I want to, and if I word it just right, and then I'm going to tuck it away on this GiveSendGo instead of GoFundMe, the big one that gets way more, so I think she thinks if she's crafty enough, and to be fair, it's worked for her many, many times.
Yeah.
And Sally knows that she's given in and paid for them at times where, that's why we have said to her, you do need to be straight with them. They need to, know. So maybe now that she'll be in her new place, it'll be easier to do.
Easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
It will be.
She won't be right there in front of Jerry where she can, I'm sure it's intimidating.
I'm sure she sends Jim to You know what I mean? To Sally as well. And also
Mhm.
think of the fact, like,
Oh, she
okay,
does.
say Sally wants to eat out one night or just order, okay?
Mhm.
You know, when you have someone at your home, usually you're going to do, well, do you want something too? You know, Jerry's jumping on, do you want something too?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's going to save Jerry or Sally money. If she's hungry, she can order out her own meal and not have to worry about feeding 2 other people.
Mhm.
That's saving money right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I bet Jerry, why do we keep saying that? I bet Sally buys Jim some of his Mountain Dew because I think Jerry likes to buy the Mountain Lightning or Lightning Mountain, whatever that is.
Mhm.
So
She needs space for her honky tonk badonkadonk cozy.
yes.
Oh,
I mean, and
Lena.
it's sad to see her. She's swollen, and she was told that she was supposed to see a nutritionist. She was supposed to. These are her words that she realized they did want her to lose weight. She never worked on that. She
Mhm.
never walked 1 or 2 steps extra each day. She sat there thinking, "No, Sally's not going to move. She's not going to do that to her only son." Well, guess what? Sally deserves happiness and peace too. She
Yeah.
worked all her life.
And let me just say to Jenny and to Angela, who are both saying Sally, they think Sally will continue to pay the mortgage. I
No.
think they do believe that. They think that Sally will come back and save them, or that she might even move home and that kind of thing. And if I'm being real, I've worried that at times as well.
She can't
But
afford it.
Sally has been very, very, forthcoming. She again doesn't have to tell us that, and she's like, I cannot afford to do both. You guys, this place is expensive. It
Right.
it pays for everything but her cell phone. It's very expensive. It has meals. It has all those activities thrown in. It is a beautiful cottage. It's got like a screen and porch, like Jim said. It's beautiful. You can even go see them online. If you know the name of it. I mean, it's a very nice place, but it is very expensive. Dee, I remember you going, "Oh my gosh, at how much?"
Right, yeah.
Yeah. It's to do that and to
If
have
she
money.
can
And
afford it, she deserves it.
right.
Yep.
You know, she deserves it.
What do you mean? Like if she pays for both?
No, no, no,
No, no.
no.
Oh, she can afford. Yeah.
Paying
Right.
that
Right.
much at the independent, she deserves it, and she'll feel safe.
Hmm.
You
And
know,
here's another thing to remember, you guys, too, because if you think, well, it's $1,200, that might not be that much for a mortgage. Maybe it'll really strap Sally, but she, could continue. You guys, it's not just that though. Okay. I mean, there's taxes on that house, there's utilities, and I know Jerry pays the electricity, but think about everything you have to pay for in a
pays
house.
electricity, but she won't give her heat.
But she won't get, yeah, I know. So Sally will finally be warm. But I'm just saying there's a lot more than $1,200 for a mortgage, that if Sally's going to do that, Sally
She
at least
can
is
do
the
that.
adult when it comes to knowing about money. And
Right,
Sally says, I cannot afford to do both. Bottom
right.
line. I just cannot afford to do both. So just know that, if that's your biggest fear, she just cannot do both. Now, I know that some are also saying, well, then she'll just fold and come home. And if Sally does that, I think it will absolutely kill her. Can you imagine, you guys,
No,
getting out and going to a new, beautiful place, being away from the horde, being away from the smell, being away from the barking, being away from the dog jumping on her, being away
and
from the
and
pooping.
isolation.
Yes, being cold, having to go back to being cold all the time,
Right.
having to go back to not knowing if she can even make her own. I mean, could you, going back to the way Jerry acts towards her, you guys, could you imagine? So I'm not
I don't think
saying,
she'll go back.
I really don't think she will. If she was going to make this move in the first place, I
Mm-mm.
can't imagine folding up and going back. I just can't
I'll
imagine.
go protest if she
Yes.
does.
And if she
Same.
does, I have to say, let me just say this might sound harsh to Sally, but if she somehow does figure out a way to pay for both of them and for herself, then that's on Sally. That's on her. But she won't live forever. And I don't say that to be mean to you either, Sally, but I'm just saying eventually these two are going to lose that home. It's just that's what's going to happen. And I think it's going to get really, really, really. Here's that cute house. Yeah. It's a cute little place. It's not fancy,
Yep.
but
So there we go. But this could be made into be so, so cute. You know what
It's
I'm
so
saying?
cute on the inside. I love
So
it.
Here's the kitchen. Yep. Here's a kitchen. So it's a dining area near the refrigerator, and then you have the counter
Mhm.
space. And
Yeah.
it's like it's a open. Look at how wide it's open.
Yeah.
There you
Like
go.
if she was in
So
a
there's the kitchen
wheelchair,
area.
yeah,
Right.
you
You
could
put the little
easily get
dining,
around,
whatever dining table. She can get through with a wheelchair, a walker, or now,
rollate
mind
or
you, this is
whatever.
only, yeah, it's only $350 per month.
Right. With Oreo, probably
And look
400.
at there's shelving there, extra shelving.
Yeah.
Maybe,
That's
yeah.
Pantry
still a
stuff.
See the extra
steal,
shelving
though.
already there?
Oh, it is a massive steal. 700 would be a steal for a place.
How
But
far is it from where
Right.
they live now?
now that I don't know, but it is in Rolla.
The
It's not like in some other city,
Okay.
so
right. And the bathroom looks pretty wide
That's
open
probably already
here.
rented.
I'm telling you, I mean, at that price, and they're just sitting around saying, "No, Jerry won't do it." Okay, by all means, let it be gone. I can't tell if that's the loft. I don't think it is because there's the
The
ladder up
loft
to
is up
the
above. The
yeah.
loft is up above. I don't know if this is like a little living room area or the bedroom. I don't know. But
But
you
look at the
still could make this look adorable.
yeah.
It's the bedroom. See the
It's
closet?
yeah. See
Yep.
the loft. Okay.
See the
Yeah.
loft up there? Jim could go up there. And then the backyard for the dog.
Yeah.
And there's the house.
It couldn't be more perfect for them. It just couldn't.
They could even have a little
Cute little
garden.
house for,
Yeah, and everything that Jerry
and
does.
what
Again,
I would
this is
do
a
for that.
woman who doesn't. She uses 3 rooms at most,
Get her an
24/7.
outhouse for her. Never mind.
Yeah. 300 and so Sally said something about, well, all of her things. And I was like, well, then bring the freaking shed and whatever doesn't fit in the shed,
Right.
put it under a tarp and let it ruin. I
Or
don't
get a tiny house back there to put all her hoarding from Timu
yeah,
I
I
don't know
know.
where
Could you imagine?
or Amazon.
I don't know Dick
Uh-oh,
Drive
you're
is.
do what
Where's
now?
Dick Drive? Well, you know what they're going to say though? Because usually when it starts with E6, 5th, 4th, usually they'll say that is in the bad area, so to say.
Mm-hmm. It's like you never leave
You
the
know,
house.
that's what they'll
Why is
say
it
a
a
lot
bad
with the
area for you? You know, you don't leave the house.
is right. You don't leave the house. You don't leave the dog. You're fine, and nobody's gonna run. Wonder how far it is from Dick Drive.
well, or from where Sally's going to be, but um,
Yeah, I was just looking to see if I seen it, but I don't see it.
Angela said, "Who's mowing?" Good point. Maybe the landlord, since Jim would say.
Well, I mean, it's bad that he can't mow anyways. Okay, so there's something over here.
Oh, I'm glad you did that. Good, good. Yeah.
That's a school, I think.
Okay. Yeah, school or
Main
some sort
office.
of
Bet you that's
government building.
well, or somewhere where he could work.
Is that a
Main
football
office.
field? I can't tell.
No, they're building
Gary would have
something
money to
there.
buy.
Oh, Jan said it's 4 minutes from their current house.
What?
4 minutes.
Wow, are you
Wow.
kidding me?
Yep. So it can't be that far into,
Wonder
some
if they're close to like Walmart or well,
Jim.
they have
Now,
delivery
Jim
Yeah, just
said it
services.
trying to.
wasn't far from them. I think Marianne's talking about where Sally's moving because they don't even know about this place because Sally immediately said Jerry wouldn't go for it. So, it's beneath Jerry, Queen Jerry. So.
And then they said something about Jerry, like Sally coming over for dinner, but but that depends on what we're eating.
Big Mama,
Oh,
it
that's
does allow dogs. There's an extra fee. I think it's like Jim said it was like 40 or 50, I think, extra. But again,
Oh, and I
$400.
looked, 576 square feet. So that's what it is.
That's
Mhm.
plenty.
It seems so
Let's
much
see.
bigger than that. And again, this is a woman who uses
Oh,
2
look at
rooms.
it. It must still be available. It's listed 7 days ago. You could do a year
That's
lease, then month to
I'm
month.
moving there.
We don't raise your
Huh?
rents.
mhm.
You keep a clean
Dang.
house, you get it back. Tenant is responsible for lawn,
Is it a
no utilities, no HUD.
Uh-oh.
Well, why would there be HUD with it $350?
He would have to mow that lawn.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that would probably be the deal killer. See, this is The problem.
is.
They're going to find a problem
one
with any
point, it
place unless they're paying.
$dollars in 2019 it was only $295. So 25, it's only gone up $100. You can't complain.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
I
I was
have
just trying to
never.
see if they're
I mean, even when I was a
ugly.
kid, I don't remember a rent of $350.
He said someone tagged them in the chat. I wish I
Maybe
knew
back in
how.
the 90s.
Yeah, I really think that if Jerry and Jim are watching, that they might want to look this up.
Yep.
That could be
think-
made into an adorable space. Is there a little work that needs to be done? Yeah. Is there a little work that needs to be done where you guys live right now? Yeah.
Good Lord. But
I
see,
was just
she's stuck on, she wants to have a Harry Potter room. She wants to have an apothecary room. She wants Jim to have a second, third, fourth, fifth office. Jerry, you don't use those rooms. You use 2 rooms. You literally use 2 rooms. You come out of the bedroom and you go to. I didn't understand you, Dee. It's buffering. What'd you say?
right.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah, I
Dee.
just heard it. I just heard it do it.
Oh, can you hear it? I didn't know you could even hear if you're.
Yeah, I just heard it on my end. I heard like a
Yeah, it's kind of like a robotic sound.
Wow,
stop sharing it.
listen to Peggy. Peggy says over 40 plus years ago, my rent for a 2-bed, 2-bath was over $1,000. That did not include.
Dang, where is
Did not,
that?
and listen to this. That did not include utilities, and it wasn't close to the beach.
Wow.
Oh, Jan says she's going to be on her forever curb soon if she doesn't get real. Yep. Deidre says I paid $290 for an apartment in 1975. Is that not insane? I mean, it's like this is 2025 and a place for $350. The Gothic
Right.
room, LOL, at 54 Eclipse. My husband, when I told him that, he was like, "It's like they're both stuck at age 12 and 15." I mean, who has a Gothic? What?
It's not just Jim. It really isn't.
No, it's her too. It's like they're both stuck. He's like prepubescent, like 12, and she's stuck at like 15. And that's, again, I keep saying it like a broken record. They have got to learn to adult. It is not love to keep rescuing
No.
them and paying for them. We have had so many moms in the Discord come in and say, I had to do this for my kid. Diane has the best story of all of, to me, as far as the hardest to have to do. And you did it, with your kids. So, I mean, it's very hard to do, I'm sure, but it's still the loving thing to do. So, maybe that's all she needs is to get out of there, and then she'll have an easier time letting this play out. Because they're gonna, I mean, look at how, Jim gets upset easily. He's not gonna like it. And I've told Sally, I'm like, of course he'll hate it. But I truly do, y'all. I'm not just saying this. I believe Jim, before too long, if she will let this play out and she'll let him learn their consequences, and he's got to learn to be adult. That means learning to fail. That means, you didn't look for a home. You may not get one quickly, or you may not get what you want, or you're definitely not going to get to keep this place, things like that. Well, I think he eventually will learn to respect himself. Respect with men is paramount. My husband always tells me that. He's like, this is the saddest thing to me. Jim doesn't have any self-respect as a man. And he has told me, he's like, I don't care what you tell me that Jerry does to him. He is the only one who can decide that he wants to be a man and grow up. But if mommy or Jerry keeps stepping in to, rescue him in some way, he's obviously okay with that, because he's like, that's fine. I don't want to do anything anyway. So now he's fully embedded in that entitlement, I don't want to do anything attitude. And that's why I told Sally, I was like, his attitude scares me even more, not because I find it scary, but because people hate that. When you're not here and Jerry's not here and he doesn't have many options, if he doesn't learn soon to change and how to get along with people, things like that, it's just not good. So I really believe he will like a new place, like this place. Don't you believe, Dee and Kim, that if this place was available and Jerry wanted it, he'd love it?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
do too.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. She would have
He
to get rid of
he
her
does
crap room.
whatever
She
she
doesn't.
wants.
Yeah.
Right. But
He's the most agreeable person I've ever seen in my life. Like, he does anything she wants. They're puppets.
yeah, and that's so sad. And that's why, but that's part of what Todd's talking about, where if he'll learn to have some dignity and respect by getting out and earning a living, even if it's just for what Jim can do for his self, and you know what I mean, and for he and Jerry, that he's not going to necessarily be a CEO somewhere or something like that. There's still dignity and self-respect from going out and earning a living, from trying to learn to pick out some things you want yourself instead of saying, listen, Jerry, I don't like, say to her, I don't like that. I want this instead. So I don't know if that'll ever happen when he's with Jerry. It seems very unlikely, but I do know that he likes change, and what we know is that if he continues to be enabled, it's not good. I mean, look at how much he's aged in 4 years.
Yeah.
It's like it's worse than, how they show the presidents and they show how they age.
He
It's
went downhill.
Is it not? It's alarming. As his mom, that alone would terrify me. And I'd be like, all right,
He
that's it.
doesn't even sit straight up anymore. Like, she has beat him down.
Yeah. So
See,
that
that's the way I
alone.
see it too. She's beat him down.
Yes. And he just gets smaller. If you go through some of those videos, you can just see him shrink. He
Yeah.
just, because she has beat him down.
Like
He has
Martin said,
no
she taught him how to drive.
humiliation.
Yeah.
Willow, no, that's not a tiny house in someone's backyard. That's actually a house on a street. Yeah, there was houses near it, but it was its own little
Crafty.
separate house.
Oh, what Crafting said to Martin, because he said she taught him to drive. So what did Martin say? So
I
now
think
he
he's
owes
afraid
her.
to drive on the highway, so he needs a refund.
Yeah, Jerry, you failed him on that area, I gotta say. That's not that uncommon, I guess, but
No, a lot of people have anxiety with driving on the highways.
yeah.
Yeah,
Or
my
for other
sister
things
does.
and stuff. Yeah.
I
But
can drive anywhere.
Yeah, me too.
same.
I
And
don't
I
care if
guess
it's snow, sleet, rain.
whoa, sorry. No, I'm not
There's
good with rain because I had a really bad neck
coworkers
in
that
the
have to
rain.
be picked up by their husbands, and it's fine. Everybody's different, but I'm
Right.
like, I could not depend. My mom just taught me to be independent,
Yeah.
and but some people does have anxiety. Like I said, my sister does. When she was 16, this 18 wheeler jackknifed like on the highway, like it was awful, and now she's terrified.
That's what
Has
happened to
been,
me. Yeah, it's PTSD and it's
yeah.
very real. And it doesn't matter, if I'm driving or somebody else is driving. It's gotten some better, but it's still pretty bad. And so, yeah, things happen. But, I had to decide, look, I'm not going to lose my job and not go to work because of the rain. Or I'm not
Right.
going to, do I look sometimes if the weather's better on one day than the other? I will sometimes say
Well,
to,
yeah. I mean, you have to be smart about
yeah,
it.
just because I don't want the stress or something. But yeah, I think with Jim, it's just, we've all seen how much happier he is when he works. We've
Yeah.
all seen how much happier he was. Y'all, the difference when she went to,
That's what I was just gonna say. When she went away
Helen.
and he changed and he went to the Nordic diet and
oh,
he was
dear,
and he was feeling better about himself. He was positive.
it was phenomenal. It was like, yeah,
And she came back.
that was so sad to me because you started to watch him shrivel up again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah. I mean, that to me, Jerry alone would make me feel so bad. But like Mona said, she's never going to see that. Obviously, she's never wrong. We're all the enemy. This is our fault. So, it's very sad. But, if nothing else, the way I see this, you guys, this is a huge win. It really is. And it shouldn't be about winning or losing, but this is a huge deal because I've kind of beat myself up for even being still involved with this for so long.
I know.
But I told my husband, I was like, we really have a cause now. We have something that we believe in. We really want Sally to get freedom. I really saw it as she was like breaking out of chains. That's how unhappy she seemed. And so this is a big deal to me.
And this is something that everyone in this community, even the ones that doesn't particularly
Yeah.
like us, that was our goal from the beginning.
Shouldn't we be able to unite on that, if nothing else, that we
Right.
came together to expose the scams and the things that we saw?
Instead of trying to call out each
100%.
other,
Yeah,
let's not
yeah.
be
I would
adults.
love that for if everybody could
And
just try to get along. We don't have to be best friends.
right, we don't have to be best friends, but we don't have to tear each other down.
Right. So, I mean, that would be phenomenal if that could happen.
Because I don't hate anybody. I don't have anything against
Mhm,
anybody. Yeah, has things upset me? Yes.
mhm.
But there's still one goal that
Yeah.
that brought us all together.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
I
And
would,
look, Sally's on the move. Yay.
right. I'm so happy for her.
So
y'all,
am
I mean, we were told just recently by Limber that it would never happen. She will never leave her son James. So here's the deal. She's doing it. So for everybody, I get it. We all have a good bit of PTSD from, if you've been with this for a long, long time, where we're just like, oh, Jerry always wins, or Jerry always this, she always figures out a way to not get caught with her scams or whatever. This is a big, big deal. She is leaving. He'll still be her son. He's 10 minutes away, I think. I don't know how far it is, but it's very close by. And she is getting freedom. And you guys, no matter what, even if you think she's going to keep paying, she has said she cannot afford
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
She just cannot afford to. So they're going to have to make some big changes. And unless you're just a vicious person, you should understand that for Jim and Jerry, that is the most loving thing. We've been saying that all along, for them to learn to do is to learn to be adults. So they need to learn how to lose that house, and how to go and get their own housing, and how to pay their own rent, and to pay it with someone who's not going to allow them to do Dave and Sissy deals instead.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or to whatever it might be. That's reality for the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to, that's just how the world works. They are in their freaking 50s. I've told Sally, I was like, I don't believe, I'm not trying to use scare tactics, that Jim has a lot of chances left like this. This is a
No.
very big deal. And this is the one where you'll be allowed, or you'll be able to still be there to give him advice. It's just, don't give him money, let him learn to figure out how to make money. Okay, he's done it before, but he needs to know how to budget. He needs to know how to do all that stuff. And I can already hear you guys, not with Jerry. Fine. But then that's the consequence of being with Jerry. He's got to also learn that too. I mean, I know that he's beat down by her, but maybe he'll start to blossom after seeing his mom blossom. Have we ever thought of that? I don't know, you guys. I'm not saying I have a lot of faith in it, but I do believe that he will be so much better off if he's, if he learns, wow, there's some consequences behind the things I do. Of course he'll hate it, but I think he eventually will like it. He'll like having a new place. Think about how much he'll like not having a 2,500 square foot house filled with hoarding.
Right. Right. Filled with what? Everything just gathering around you.
Right. And Jerry, I mean,
She's been going to craft for years. Even though she was sick, she was still going to craft.
and I've watched people who do beautiful crafts on their kitchen table. And then when they're done, they put it all in a bin. And if it doesn't fit in the bin, they're not allowed, you know what I mean? Or in one little linen closet. That's all they have for their crafting stuff. And as much as you craft now, which has been, you haven't done any in 2 years, you don't need more than a bin to keep your little stuff if you ever want to do something like that. That's
Right.
all.
Yeah.
So nobody's saying that you can't ever, paint something or make a picture. You seem to like to do that on your iPad now. You could do all that digital and not have to get your hands dirty or move. Okay.
Right.
You don't like to. So there's still ways that you can be creative. I mean, it's astonishing the things you guys can do at a new place that's much smaller, if you would only see it that way. And when that sheriff shows up, if that's what it takes to get you out,
I hope somebody films it.
Oh man, I've watched some of the evictions on YouTube.
I just hope that doesn't happen, because
Well, I don't want it to happen, but it
right. If it comes down to that. Jen saying House of Jones, Stinkin' 60 has a question. Stinkin', Vox, I sent you money long ago for Sally along with others on the Discord. Any ideas on what you will get her?
Yes, absolutely. And I'm glad you brought that up. I brought it up in the Discord 2 times lately so that everybody knows that we still have every dollar that everybody sent. And we are waiting. One of the things I was going to do recently where I admit we had a moment where like, oh, is this funding ever going to go through? Maybe for now we should just send the money back to everybody and then we'll do it again or something like that. But then Sally said, I think it's coming through for Valentine's Day. And it pretty much, that's about right when it came in. So my point is that now she's got her funding. So we're letting her decide. She has been very clear that she wants to use it for when she just doesn't want to have extra stuff to move. So what I intend to do now, if anybody still wants their money back, I can still send it back to you. I can absolutely, that is still an option. But our intent now is to buy her, like she mentioned in the video the other day, pots and pans. So,
Right.
and if anybody still, I did see that one person still wanted to give. So you could do what Dee did and you could just send to her like that. You don't have to get in on doing it like this. But if anybody still does, I could still add you to it. But what you might do is see, after we give her from this group fund, you might see, okay, what do you still need? That's something I could just buy you as a housewarming gift or something. So I'm really not hard pressing anybody anymore to do the group amount. It's not a huge amount we have, but it's enough to get her a very nice gift, So
Right.
and every dollar of it, I'm going to take a screenshot, I'm going to show, and everybody's name will be on it and that kind of thing. So everybody will know that every dollar from it will be spent. It has never been touched and that kind of thing. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm hoping we can even have Sally open it on camera. I don't know that it'll be a surprise because we're letting her tell us what she wants,
Right.
but you know what I mean. And then she can
Or
also,
you can have her make a big list or something and then pick, you know what I mean? So she doesn't know 100% what
that's
it
true. I hope you're
Mhm.
listening, Sally. I don't know if she is, but if not, somebody remind me. Let's do that. We'll tell her that in Discord that if she does want a surprise, let's say there's like 3 or 5 things that she would like, because I know she's going to be doing an Amazon wish list thing. So one thing
Right.
that we could do, I saw a lot of people asking about that. So what we could do for people that aren't in Discord is maybe we can try to make that easier for everyone and post that on our channels. I know Jerry said she'd do that as well. But that way people can then pick and go in and send a little something themselves that way. But that's a great idea, Dee. If she would still like to, we do that with my family a lot of times for
Yeah,
Christmas.
just larger list and then people pick from it.
Yeah, like my husband, I'll tell him, I'm like, send me, I don't know, 5 or 8 things, and I'll decide. You know what I mean? So I know it's something
Right.
he wants.
That would be easier for that way we wouldn't be picking stuff out for that she didn't
Yeah.
need.
And then the other thing I was going to say to her after she said the pots and pans was, well, there's lots of pots and pans. Do you need kinds? You know what I mean? Do you want a set that has a little bit of everything, or would you rather just have frying pans and have this? Do you want nonstick? Give us some details on that too. So
Aldi's has such good ones, the Croft, and I
I
swear
have
by
heard
them.
nothing but good things about those. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I know, and we're getting an Aldi in our town.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
I know,
So
I
who
can't
was it
wait.
that
We're getting
asked
a
that?
Five
Was it
Below, an
Stuckin?
Aldi's, and something else. I can't remember.
Stuckin, was it you that asked that? Who was it that asked that? Because I want to make sure I
Stuck
answer.
in 60s.
Okay, so if I didn't answer that enough, please let me know because I'll be glad to answer any question about that. We're having full
She
transparency.
also said that I forgot my login for the Discord. I need to get back on. I stopped going there when there was so much bickering.
Well, it's not like that anymore.
No.
No, it's not like that anymore. We took that, we got rid of that, and that is, yeah. So, but yeah, second, please let me know if you have any more questions in here, so I know if I got. Oh, did I? Okay,
You said
good.
you answered it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So absolutely, everybody, I've got a list or
Yeah,
whatever.
TV tray.
Yeah, she did. She said TV trays, and that would be something
Mm-hmm.
every
TV
single day
trays,
as
yeah.
well. Sure. So that's something that we could look for. So I guess we'll give her an idea, or give us an idea of, do you want to just pick out, say, I would like a 5 set pots and pans set, that kind of thing. So we'll ask her a few questions and let her help guide that. And I'm sure you guys, I mean, all of us have moved before. Sometimes you have to get into a place to realize if there's something that you might like instead. So maybe what we could do is go ahead and get that so she has it pretty much straight out of the gate, because we can act on it immediately. But then maybe she's been there a week or two and she's like, oh, okay, I've updated my Amazon wish list. I realized I really wanted a whatever. I really
This
could.
or this or microwave or
Yeah.
different things.
She might not realize until she gets there.
Right.
So yeah, window coverings, air fryer, those are great suggestions. Pressure
Mhm.
cooker. So yeah, but let us know, if you need, as far as Discord, that kind of thing, We can figure that out too. I need to go. I don't check it often, you guys, but send me an email to the old email and I will send it through to the mods and we will, that's the way we do it there. We don't ever kick one person doesn't just kick anyone out. We always have like one or two, like I think isn't our rule that 3 people have to decide or something like that. So it's not all of us, but we don't ever want it to be one person that doesn't like someone, or you know what I mean, or gets so we try to be very fair and that kind of thing in there. I did see, so it's Foxy Voxy, so FOXY VOXY 247 at Gmail. I'll write it in here in a second, but
Just remind them to use the same name.
yes. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. So you guys, I'm sure you can understand with the trolls and stuff. One of our biggest issues has been that, we've even had to ask people before, even just like last week, or before that, we're like, tell us again, what is your, because we just want to make sure we know who each person is. So the information in there is safe. There's some things that, I'm not going to share tonight because I don't know if they are things that would or should be shared and that kind of thing. So we've really kind of clamped down on that just so that anybody talking in there feels like they have a safe space, not just Sally, Carla or anybody, so that's how we've tried to do it there. So, hey, that's a great question. Does it have a built-in microwave? I guess she can ask, or she can tell us that. I would be surprised if it didn't. It was a really cute kitchen. It seemed to be very up to date with the stuff there. When Jerry mentioned that coffee table that rises up, I could see where Sally would think there might not be space for that. But yeah, and I really love that they told her that her neighbor's been saying, when am I going to get her a neighbor? I love that. So it's like she's already got a built-in friend,
Right.
who's wanting somebody to come move in. So that is just wonderful, you guys. I forget where I go after I log in. You all were so supportive when I had to put my, oh, honey. No, I remember that. That made me cry. Anything with children or animals, I'm a mess. Yeah. So just email me and we can help you with that. Yeah, she gets to decorate her own place. How about a gadget to help her open up a pickle jar? Oh, I have one and love it. Love that thing. I got it for my grandmother. When she died, I took it back and I use that thing all the time. It's wonderful. Yeah, we really do. Dee, how excited are you?
I'm very excited that she's moving.
It's just so awesome. I just couldn't stop smiling the other day. I just was like, this is so great. And to me, I think that's very sad that people that don't personally, you know what I mean, know her in person are
Right.
happier about this than the way that it seemed presented the other day.
Yeah.
That's sad to me. Maybe that'll change. Jim did say, so I want to throw Jim a little bit of positivity. He did say, maybe this will work out the best for everybody. And
Right.
I wanted to say, yes, Jim. Yes, you just can't see it yet. But yes, it will. It's going to feel good to stand on your own.
Yeah,
You don't
definitely.
like it at
Either
first.
stand or fall.
Right. Dee, didn't it take your kids a little bit when you had to do the tough love to realize that they liked coming out of the situation they were in? I mean,
Yeah,
they
it
certainly
did.
didn't like the tough love at first, did they?
Oh, no. My son hated it.
And thought you were the bad guy, right?
I was mean. I didn't understand. I wasn't supportive. Yeah.
All those things. Yeah.
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 Which later, after things, they apologized because that wasn't really them talking. That was what they were doing,
Yeah.
making them say the things, but, like I said, he went almost a year without getting in contact with me. And I had to cry all the time thinking, is he alive? Is he there? Where is he?
Oh,
It
it's terrible.
wasn't easy, but I wasn't supplying him with a phone. I wasn't doing that. It
No,
just
I
was.
get you. Yeah. Somebody asked if I was going. I was considering doing that before, you guys. It's really not good timing for me. We just we're about to get a new car. My car is just it's not worth it anymore to fix mine, we think. So we're gonna be looking for a car, but even then, or an SUV. Even
Well,
then, it's
Sally's
so
moving
far.
Wednesday, so nobody could make it down by Wednesday.
No, I mean, once it happened, it was
It
just like
was
boom.
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and we were glad because we were like, Sally, don't stick around because this is I mean, my biggest fear, what I've been telling her over and over, I'm like, please, the movers, we need to figure something out because if you stick around for like 2 weeks or so, we worry that this is the most desperate they're going to start to get. You know what I mean? And I just didn't want her there, especially think about it, you guys. Now they're starting to see that this fundraiser is not raking in the dough.
Right.
So that
That's going to be
desperation,
depressing. That's got to
yeah,
be depressing to them.
it's got to be very depressing. I mean, reality setting in. Can you imagine how often Jerry's checking it, looking to see, and I'm sure it's insulting to her that people aren't giving, but Jerry, there's a reason for that. People know that this is not something they should be giving money to. This is you guys did this, and
Well,
you have got to pull yourselves out of this spot.
like Kimmy said, so surprised she didn't share it on her main channel with her 70,000 subscribers
She didn't.
rather than her vlog. No, she did it on her vlog channel.
Yeah, she did it on her
Wow.
vlog. That's why I couldn't
Well, I don't know. Let
understand.
me go look if she put it
Well,
on
maybe
her community tab. Hold on.
she may
And you
have.
guys, I'll be
But you would
straight. I
think she
told
would
Mona.
go on her big channel asking for money.
Right, you would think that's where she would have went, for real.
Right. I thought for sure she would have. I haven't checked. I just didn't go look to see if she did. I have told Mona I'm glad her dad is going with her. I just worry that it could become a bit volatile because they're going to
Yeah.
start to be desperate. So I am concerned about that. My husband ended up telling me you're not going alone. And this is months back. And he was like, well, you're not going there alone because he doesn't trust Jim. He thinks that Jim could snap and it could go, not that Jim would hurt us, but that it could become a situation where the cops are called and it could just become ugly. So, because again, they're going to start to get very, very desperate and they see us as the bad guy. So, this ended up happening so quick. And I believe like I've told you guys, I believe in prayer and I think it's going to play out the way it should be. But I have told Mona, I'm like, please be very careful if you guys go in person. And Mona does what she says. She does. I'm the one who instead is like, it's happening so quick. You guys may need to find another time to go there, maybe to help. I don't know, do what, but so Mona will have to say on that, the day they're getting there and that kind of thing. Because she had said March 1st and then moved it up. But I was glad because I just feel like every day spent there with the tricks that Jerry's gonna, the guilt tripping.
Yeah.
Or Jim, getting more upset. It just is concerning to me. Why wouldn't she have shared it on her own channel? She shared it on her Facebook. That was the one somebody showed me, right? So
Yes, but she did
Yeah.
not share it on her community tab either.
That is strange.
Yeah.
And why wasn't it under Jim's live? I mean, I felt like that was a little
You're
bit
right. Why wasn't it?
He said go to Jerry's.
right. I mean, and that's again,
Because Jerry wrote it.
right.
Yeah.
It's Jerry's.
Oh, that is so true, Kim. That is so true. If Jim wrote it, why wouldn't Jim have put it under his? Oh,
He's going to say because he didn't know how to
And I
share it, but
think,
he
I'm
knows
not
how to
sure,
copy
but
and paste.
yeah. Jim knows
Did
how.
Jim mention that Jerry wrote it?
Jim said
Somebody else.
she helped. Jim said she helped him with it.
Johnny, why not, Johnny? There's a
Bullshit.
couch for you. We would get in an argument over
Well,
those grabbers
right.
within 5 minutes. She'd
And
be like,
Jerry did say there was a couch. However, Jim said no, there wasn't anything. There was a floor.
and did you see Mona's dad said we'll be staying in a hotel because
Oh, heck yes.
I mean, y'all, I never intended to stay in their house. I intended to stay in a hotel. And I was looking at
I wonder if they'd welcome me there.
well,
Doubtful.
it's just such a shame she sees us as the enemy. It really is because we're not.
Really, like I wish she would she could get the free cell phone. Really, I wish she would go to the doctors because she looks like she's retaining water. Really, she said she had something that
She
crystallized
doesn't
inside
care
her
about
lungs.
herself, Dee.
Oh, Dee, can we touch on that about her health? So I would love to ask people what they thought of the swelling recently.
She looks like she had a TIA or a stroke the way her face was
Mouth was,
drawn up
yeah.
to one
It
side.
was so startling how swollen she was. Now, the
But
first
how
week
would we
when Dee
know? Because
showed
she
it,
don't go.
yeah, I mean, she was so swollen. But then I thought she looked better in this last
It
one. But
was the way they had the distance of the camera compared to the other one was closer up.
people with medical experience, and stuff were saying, no, she is still swollen.
Yeah.
And so, because I at first was like, oh, the swelling's gone. But then, you guys pointed out that you do
Yeah,
still
she had
see
an
it.
orbital swelling. Swelling around her eyes.
I mean, and
Right.
that's what you do for a living, Kim. You do
Yeah,
medical stuff every day. So I'm going to sit back and
I would
let you take
love
it.
to. I would love to see her labs.
Oh, me too. And I don't
I
even
would
know.
love to see her labs.
Yeah. But I know how to Google what I see. And, I would love to see that.
Exactly, and you were spot on.
But you know what I think has happened is that maybe she took some diuretics. But from what
That's
I've
what
been
I was
told,
getting ready to say.
yeah. But even if
See,
she
that's what I
did
said.
Mm-hmm.
crafting, that is what Dee has said. Can you imagine waking
Mm-hmm.
up to Jerry being deceased? How terrifying.
No.
It could happen.
Right. But I mean, people die during the day as well, but
Her
it's,
weight has contributed to most of her ailments, not the
Oh, yeah.
cancer. Well, I don't know. Can't. I mean, weight
Obesity and
gain.
diabetes is one
Right.
of the things that,
Exactly.
yeah.
so crafting, we looked that up, or I did because I didn't know. I did not know that facial swelling is an alarming symptom of
Oh, yeah.
congestive heart failure. I had no idea, but it
Yeah, because
absolutely is.
the fluid is backing up into your system
Yes.
because it. Well, for one thing, your heart can't keep up,
No.
Right. Oh, that's so
and
sad.
then your
So much of this.
kidneys start wearing down, and then your kidneys aren't filtering the blood, and it
Lori,
just
I
gets
don't know if
backed
it's
up.
her profile photo, but she did post that pic of
No, it
her.
wasn't profile. It was just on her. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but her eye, the one eye almost looked swollen shut. It was terrible. I mean, it was so startling to see.
It was scary.
Yeah, it was very scary. And you can't tell me that, Dee didn't care at all because Dee's like, Sally, make her
Right,
go to the
faceless.
emergency room. Make her go to the emergency room. Make her. I mean, we kept having to tell Dee, and I don't have, like I said, I don't have medical experience, but we were like, Dee, that she can't make her. And Dee's like, somebody needs to make
I
her.
was genuinely like panicked, like call an ambulance, do this, do that, do this, somebody do this.
And you were looking out for Jim, saying that how much it's going to mentally traumatize
Yeah.
him.
And then I pulled away for a couple days. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm done.
Well, the good news is that they can at least know because Sally said that he did get alarmed and he did ask and um or did say something to Jerry, and so did Sally. And because she refused, at least if and when something like that happens, if it's something like this, they won't have to completely beat themselves up because that's human nature to say,
Right.
why didn't I make them and stuff.
Right.
Big Mama, I truly now think that she is over 500 pounds. And I never say that. I
Yeah,
thought she was big. Do what now, Kimmy?
absolutely,
Do you think so?
absolutely. At least
At
500.
least, yeah.
So I was shown a picture of Amberlyn Reed, who I've never followed. And Amberlyn Reed is 5 foot tall.
5 foot. Yeah. Yeah. She's short.
She's very short. Okay. And she is like, she makes me look tall. And so she's 5 foot tall and she's 500 pounds. I mean, give or take, but that's what I was told about her. Okay. Jerry's 5'8". So she's got 8 more inches to play with to put that weight on. So you do have to take that into consideration. But Jerry made a comment recently about she didn't think her rollator would hold her weight.
Right.
I think somebody was it you that mentioned that part of that's because she uses the rollator the wrong way.
Right. She
Laying
sits
on it.
on it. She
Yeah.
uses it to sit on and push back and
And
not
just
rock.
really abuses the heck out of that thing. But somebody looked up the like weight, the weight limit. And I forget what it was, but I think it was like, I'd have to look it up again, you guys. I'm butchering this, but I think it was like 350 or 400 or something, but over what she is now. So she was basically, in some ways, admitting that she was already too big for that thing. And
Right.
to me, it was a massive deal for Jerry to be willing recently to admit that she had gained weight, because she would sit there and say to us for years, she's like, oh, I haven't gained weight. And we're like, do you have a mirror? You have got, but nothing like this weight, you guys. This
Right.
is
This is massive. This is well over 100 pounds.
well over 100 pounds. I mean, this is
With
I
stage
just
4 kidney cancer.
right. And so, Kimmy, when you have,
And she's not been hospitalized. Tell me
Right.
that one.
I don't get that.
oh, I don't know how
Not at
that's even
least one
possible.
time. Unless she's been hospitalized and we didn't know it.
Well, and so Udine says just laying down on her stomach really restricts her heartbeats, doesn't
Sure
it?
does.
But
And
she
another
said she
thing,
sleeps like that.
she says
Remember?
she sleeps like
She
that.
said she sleeps on her belly, remember?
Oh my God, there's
So,
no way. There's
There's
no
no way
way.
she'd suffocate herself.
Yes.
so let me quiz anybody that isn't in Discord to see if there's something else that you. So I haven't seen anybody put it in here, but I haven't looked real well. I'm walking around because that helps with my pain in my leg, so I don't
Yeah, I
sit
know.
too long.
I gotta
Are
get
you
But
going
okay,
yeah,
soon.
Dee? I was
Yeah,
going to
I'm
ask
burning. I'm
you.
gonna get going soon. So go
that's
ahead,
what I
Okay.
Jen.
do. I walk around. It helps me. So I haven't checked the chat really carefully, but did anybody notice something different that she's done in the last two lives? And she also, I think, did it in Rebecca's.
Her
I
arms
didn't-
up above.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
D, I was quizzing the chat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I know better than to quiz D. D is spot on. I mean, she can pull
Yes,
an
she is.
episode from such
She
and
don't
such.
miss a lick.
She'll go, that's Jerry and Henson, season 3, episode
Shut
14. she,
I
I don't want anybody
know
to ever
exactly what
say,
was said.
they better
And
not ever say that D has dementia because I'll fight you because D can pull a file. She's like Todd, where I'm like, honey, how do you even? So, yeah. But that was it, you guys. I mean, but
I'm
did you
sorry, Jen.
notice? No, honey, it's okay. Do you notice how she puts her arms up above her head? And I have never, in all of my years, and I've watched her all the way back to the beginning, watched her put her
takes
arms
the
up above her
pressure
head like
off of it.
that. So, yeah, I looked that up, and sure enough,
Hmm.
that takes it like lifts your diaphragm. Is that it,
Yep.
Kimmy?
Yep.
To
Because
where
your
you,
diaphragm is sitting right there.
so it helps. So
Your
that,
diaphragm moves when you breathe in. So whenever, that's being pushed down, then
yeah. Oh, listen what Jenny said. My father-in-law is on dialysis 3 days a week, 4 hours at a time. And when he has a lot of fluid on him, his eyes swell huge and
yep.
larger bags under the eyes. I'm so sorry about that, Jenny. But that's really telling
I'm
because,
not surprised she won't be on dialysis at one time or another because
and Big
if
Mama got
she,
it. She said arms. It's the arms. Okay.
And
Yeah.
remember, Jerry had tumors in her shoulders, so she wasn't supposed to do that.
Gee, I
You
forgot
remember?
about that.
No, that's where
That's
she
why
had
I
two
say you're
large
the Henson
tumors.
yes,
expert.
you're right.
Oh,
So she
Dee.
was not supposed to lift her arms like that, but now she conveniently can lift them great.
I completely forgot that
Oh,
she.
I
Oh
didn't.
my God! No, I know. That's why I said you're the Henson expert. I would never play you at Henson trivia. I'd get beat down. I'm just no. I would not win. But no, that's right. I do remember it now that you said that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Well, I just know that I've just never seen her do that. Until now. In her past, did she do that? Dee? Because you would know.
No,
No. So
no.
this is a new thing that she's going to. Do your patients ever do that, Kimmy?
I'm sorry, I was reading. What was the question?
Do your patients ever do that? Like, do they put their arms up to try to get air? Like, is that a common way
I
to?
mean, yeah, I've seen it, especially in the emergency room when I'm working down there and they bring, the EMS brings patients in. Yes,
Oh,
the
catching.
bigger patients. Of course,
Right.
they have both. Yeah,
So,
most of the
did
time they
she
got
do
both
that
arms.
yesterday? Jan is asking, did she do that
I
yesterday?
don't remember.
I don't recall seeing it. I watched it twice.
I don't think
Jana's
so.
also saying that remember she had a big tumor on her clavicle area as well.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
And didn't
Yep.
she have something done with her shoulder or there was something
We should play
tumor?
a Henson Family Feud.
No, I agree with you. That might be a good game to create. So, Kimmy, tell her your idea. Tell her your idea because we don't want D blamed for it because everybody will be like, oh, it's D.
Well,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
I
this is
mean,
Kimmy. This is Kimmy. This is
Yeah.
it's me. I suggested that we go if everybody wants to do it, go through the beginning of Jerry's channel, uh, to pull out some of her videos. Um,
What do you call it?
I
Like
mean, of
like
course, we don't
clips,
have to.
clips, and putting them together,
Just
like
clips. Yes,
the best of her first year,
right.
the best clips of her first year, second year, and
Yeah,
yeah,
And like
they're
some of
like,
her older vlogs.
yeah,
yep.
they're saying love
When
it, want to play Henson trivia. Yeah, and they like the idea. So it'd be like a best of Jerry greatest hits or a trip down memory
Sally
lane,
can't
something
play
like.
though.
Oh goodness. Yes.
Sally probably, yeah, but I don't
Kidding.
think Sally watched back then, unless she
She
truly
probably
caught up
didn't.
on all of them. Huh.
I don't know. Y'all, how awesome is it that Sally's going to have a trivia night too?
It's not Diane's idea. It was mine.
Yeah,
I
no, it's not.
suggested
It's
it.
not
No.
mine. Yeah, she's a tumoury girl. Yep, remember
So
that?
Jim, Jerry, if you're watching, it's not Diane.
Yeah. This was not. This was Kimmy's idea. And I thought it was really cute.
I just keep my friends happy.
Oh,
But
my
I
love
mean,
cats. I don't watch TV, so this will be fun.
okay, so let's see, like put a, I don't know, a red
So far, the
heart
ones
or
I've seen has people wanted to do it. It's been
yeah,
yes, yes.
it's fun.
Yeah. So it's really not to go back in
I
and just
hate to see Jim
rehash.
decline like he has though. We're gonna see that.
Well,
That-
let's see. Let's see how much Jerry helped them. We could always say, well, let's go look how much Jerry helped Jim and Sally the
And
first
see,
year of
yeah,
her YouTube
exactly.
channel.
That's a
Right.
great idea. And we could have like I mean, write it down if you see it. So
Well,
did
I
you read?
don't think
No,
there was any.
no, there wouldn't. You're not going to hurt your hand
No,
writing them down. If it was a
no.
drinking game, you're not going to get drunk on take a shot when Jerry's helping.
Oh no, my love of crafts. I'm gonna find the hardest question.
Remember? Oh, I remember a good one when she would do the day in the life, and she would get up and
Oh,
she
when she
would
got up and
fast
she went to the
forward, and she would
bathroom.
be waddling across the kitchen.
Yep, and she was naked in bed, and
Yes.
she went to the bathroom. She sat on the toilet. She drank her glass of water.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. I remember that.
Oh, girl, I remember it too.
Man, I really wanted to succeed, her to succeed. I really did. I
Oh,
was
I
going
did
to
too.
donate money to her. I
I felt
really
sorry
did.
for her. Oh, I was
Yeah.
so mad at Diane that night. She gave that $100. I was like, "Who in the hell is this lady?"
Aw.
I
I'm
Yeah.
felt
sorry,
I gave
Diane, but
it.
I was like, "Oh
I
my
felt
God,
bad
this
for
woman is a
Jim. I gave it
scammer."
on Jim's live. I thought, you know what? Wouldn't it? Because Jerry always did like shoppings and this and that. So I
Oh,
thought if
true.
I donated it to Jim, he'd be able to use it like to go to the barber, to get a shave.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought would happen, but no.
Yeah, but you know that ain't gonna happen,
Well, I
or
didn't
that
back
didn't
then.
happen. No,
I didn't back then.
no. We didn't know really back then, but that's when I started. That's around the time I started thinking she's a scammer.
Right, right. Yeah.
Henson Trivial Pursuit, Martin says. I love it. Yeah. So
I
we
think everybody's down for it.
yeah, people seem to like that idea. So it's really not going back and rehashing all the old stuff just to berate them. I'm really
No, no,
done
no.
doing
It's
that. I don't want to just berate Jerry to, I just
no, but a lot of people doesn't know how she was back then, and a lot of people believe her story of, "Oh, I helped them
I
so
helped Sally with
much."
dementia. Stop
Right.
it.
no.
And how much they bragged about how much they helped Sally in that GoFundMe.
Yeah. And
Mm,
we moved in to help care for mom, and it's like, no,
yeah, come
mom
on.
has, yeah. So I think
So
this is going to
maybe
be fun.
if if some of the people want to send clips or something that or favorite episodes of Jerry, maybe
Right.
send them to one of us and
Yeah, that's a great idea. And then if you have questions, because like my love of craft said, I'm going to send the hardest questions. So that'd be fun to see. Because there are
Yeah.
people that, like Dee, knows some of the best trivia that I'm like, wait, what? Like the clavicle thing. I did not remember that. I
Well,
remember
Jan
the show.
remembered that one. I remembered the shoulders and she had the spots on it. She wasn't supposed to lift her arms up, blah, blah, blah.
Cozy says her workout videos were on fire.
oh
Um,
gosh, yes, the workout videos has to be in there.
yeah. No,
Episode
I don't think
one,
it,
the
yeah,
beginning
Sally
with
doesn't have a GoFundMe stuck in. She does not.
it was
She
about the thing with Jerry
that was
saying they're raising money for her, I
Yeah,
believe,
she's just using Sally's name in her
but
GoFundMe. That's
as
all.
an
Sally's
excuse.
gonna fight
Yeah,
that. Maybe.
yeah. And I'll just say it one more time, Jerry. I wish you saw that we joke around, but we joke around about ourselves as well. Look how we're razzing D about being, super trivia expert or, whatever. We do that to each other all the time. And we
And
really
Jim,
have tried
Because
to
we
help.
care about each other. We're just
Yeah.
I just want to say to Jim, I'm not as bad as you think I am. See, this was Kimmy's idea, not mine.
Yeah, it
That's
was not
right.
Dee's idea. I was there for it, and
And it was Kim's idea, and Joni cheerleaded it.
I did. I was about to admit that because I thought it was
I
cute.
think
Because I
everybody
think
was pretty
games are
much in
fun.
agreement.
Games are fun, and that's what's, if they would see it when they do those roasting things for people in California and stuff, the guy that or the woman who's always getting roasted, they always have a good time. You know what I mean? It's meant to be in fun because we all, so I, but whatever. Anyway, so I think it's a cute idea. Yeah, I really do. But we did tell Dee, we said, Dee, we will, because she will get blamed. And so we'll make sure that, she knew it wasn't
That
Dee's
they can
idea.
blame me.
So I don't mind if I'm blamed. I've been blamed for stuff before. So,
But we're
but
not
later,
doing
I'll just
anything.
tell
We're
you.
just listen, we're giving them views.
Hmm.
So
But
there we
Linda did
go.
tell
We're
me,
helping them.
let me call out Linda for a second. She did tell me at the end of, come on, baby. She did tell me, I'm going to have my dogs out. She did tell me at the end of the live, was it yesterday, that Joni, I hope you, House of Joni, I hope you'll pray over this because you've wanted this for a long time, being snarky and sourpuss or whatever. Well, actually, I have prayed over it, I will continue to pray over it. So thank you for pointing that out. I know you meant it as to be mean, and I know you're mad and that kind of thing, but no, this is a good thing. So, and anybody that would want, let me just end with that. Anybody that would want Sally to stay a prisoner of somewhere she didn't want to be, and anybody that would want Jerry and Jim to continue to be enabled and not to learn to fend for themselves is not a loving friend. It's just not. That's not a loving friend. It's not a loving parent. It's not a loving person. Mm-mm. So yeah, absolutely, I will continue to pray about it. I will. So, yep. Just had to.
And for those that say what business is ours, well, a lot of it is our business because Sally wants us to help her.
She sure
Sally
does.
sup- Sally loves our support. I don't think Sally would be where she is if it wasn't for this whole community. Everybody in this chat that has supported her, that has rooted for her, all of us on the panel in Discord, Feta,
Yeah.
Linda, everybody.
And as
We till we
taxpayers,
get till we get
it doesn't involve us.
that's right.
I mean, it just does. People do have a hard time watching people that, I'm sorry, it's very insulting when you get every handout there is. I mean, you get free groceries, you get free 900 a month to spend on Dave and Sissy deals. Not a dollar of it goes to rent. You get an aid to go shop for you at Dollar Tree. And I mean, it's just like, go to get medicine for you is one thing, but to go buy knickknacks at Dollar Tree, that is where people get angry because
She
people are out there.
budgeted her money, though.
Right. Oh, yeah. And it's like, yeah, and then you badmouth our country, and people don't like that. They just don't like that. I mean, that's fine if you want to do that.
Listen, that's right. If you don't like our country, that's fine. That's your opinion, but you don't have to voice it on your channel.
Yeah. And when you do, know that people are not going to like that. So,
And know that people are going to have their own opinion as well.
yeah. So it's just, I mean, people that go and spend all this money on groceries and then you get free groceries and then you sit there and complain that our country is terrible or that it rubs people the wrong way. They don't like it. People that have to come home from a day of work and then they have to clean their house, they don't have an aid to misuse, things like that. It is very, I mean, it's just, why would people like that? So, and absolutely, these programs are there for a reason. I don't ever begrudge anybody that truly needs them. But to say in that thing that Jim is up looking for a job all the time, talk about misrepresentation.
Right.
What? I mean, I was so excited to hear that he's going to be trying to look for a job, but please don't make it sound like he's been looking for one all along. That's not true. Again, with the making yourselves look, I told you, I would have so much more respected it and it would have been true and you wouldn't have gotten in trouble for it and said, well, we just haven't acted on it. And now our mom actually has the audacity to actually move out and we are babies at 54 and we don't like this. And so now we need somebody to pay for us. Well, I would at least respect you for being straight that way instead of misrepresenting it. And I get it. You were trying to sell a story. Poor us. You notice they also put in about his dad dying when he was 15. What does that have to do with anything? I mean, it's like,
Right.
you know, fine, that's sad, Jim, but lots of people didn't have either parent, you know, or they didn't have, I mean, there's so many sad stories that people have. So it just, you know, fine, but be very careful with that one, you know, because I've always said Jerry should be there's been a reason she hasn't done a GoFundMe up until now. Everybody's
Right.
always wondered. Dee has asked that many times. And I say GoFundMe, I mean from anywhere. And so now she's done one out of desperation, but sure enough, it's chock full of things that aren't true. So even I, you know, as frustrated as I get, I'm not trying to send Jerry to jail. Okay. You have stage 4 cancer. I just don't understand. Like Dee has said, why don't you want to concentrate on your family and the time you have and get Jim prepared, and what kind of legacy do you want to leave, and enjoy the time you have, that kind of thing. I don't understand the guarding the hoard and the screaming that you're going to die in this house no matter what and things like that. I just don't get it. But what does Dee say? You do you. So all right,
You do you, boo.
you do you, boo. So
You do
okay.
you, boo.
But this has been, I'm looking forward to Henson
Boo boo.
trivia.
Everybody in the chat, what do y'all think about it? Yes or no? Do you think that's a good idea?
I think they all said yes.
Did they? Okay.
Everybody else
I wasn't on the chat while ago because I didn't
But
know.
I did. Everybody that I saw did. I didn't see anybody that didn't want to. I mean, not everybody answered, but the ones I saw were all in favor. So
And like I said, if anybody has, favorite episode or
they're saying yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
just send it to one of
Exclamation.
us and we'll get it in for you.
Jean Marie has exclamations behind her yes. So yeah, yes, 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 definitely.
Just making sure that it's not Diane's
Big
idea.
Mama. Jim is a world traveler.
Jim is not Diane. He'll be calling Diane out anyway.
Who's it, Big Mama? Jim is a world traveler. Oh,
Who did? Big Mama?
yeah, Jim is a
Oh,
world traveler. Yeah.
But
see,
you
in
know,
his
no matter
mind.
what, he'll say it's me. It doesn't matter. So it's all good, boo boo.
It's always poor Dee. Uh-huh.
I can't wait to do the episode where they're in the car eating and she's got that do-rag on and they're eating
Yeah,
Cracker Barrel.
that's not trash.
That's not garbage.
Garbage. It's not garbage. Okay.
Not garbage.
Garbage. It's just,
I was
All
gonna
right,
eat that
guys. Well,
crumb.
we are at the 2 hour and 40 minute mark.
holy smokes. What?
Yeah,
I thought we were at about 2 hours.
It
Oh,
went quick, and
it did.
I've been muting my mic because I've been bending over and stretching and stuff. But I gotta get up and walk around.
Yeah, I've been doing that while we've been talking.
Well, if you're ready to end this, whatever you want to do. I don't want you to
Yeah,
hurt.
yeah, and it's
late.
after 11 already here.
Yeah. But it's been a good live
It's
though.
been a great live. It's been fun, and everybody that used to be here, like
I
even over like a
know.
year ago, came back to watch.
I'm
Big
so
Mama, you
glad.
are so freaking funny. I'm going to figure out who Big Mama is one day.
Come
Who
on, I've
is
been
Big
around.
Mama?
You are freaking funny. I'm telling you. I want trivia on who Big Mama is because she is funny. You are so funny. She always cracks me up. Okay. So,
Did you change your name and was
Freedom
somebody else?
Wednesday.
Because I know
I am Joan. Oh, you did. I'm called Joan Vox House. I think he thinks I'm
How's
3
this,
people
Joan?
still. I'm serious. I think he thinks I'm 3 different people because he calls
Yeah,
me
he does.
House, Vox, and Joan. I'm never called Joni, but that's okay. So anyway, yeah, I am.
Well,
Freedom
like I said, it's
Wednesday.
been great, ladies. Thanks. Always love having you guys.
Yep.
And I do want to thank everyone for coming, and I want to thank my mods. You guys are the best. And I'm going to be working on something. If you guys want to send clips, it's nanaalways0@gmail.com, or you can send them to Joni. She doesn't even really have to just give the timestamps, and we could look it up and we could get it all together and do some trivia or the best of. We could do the
Yeah.
best of.
It could be either one or both or however. It'll be fun.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Lanny. We love you too. Oh, Jean Marie, we miss them too. Yeah. Thanks, Martin. Dee, this was great. It was fun.
Yeah, it was
I
fun.
had a blast.
Yeah, it was, Kimmy. Okay. Well, thanks for having us, Dee.
Hey, thank you for coming, ladies, and we'll do it again real soon.
All right.
I
Can't
had
All
a
right,
blast.
I'm going to hold you
All
to
right.
it.
Thanks,
Night.
Steve.
All right, guys.
Thanks,
Night,
Mark.
Shirley. Night,
Thanks,
everybody.
everybody in the chat.
Thank you, everybody.
I love it. Freedom Wednesday. Woo! All right.
Yep.
We need to play that song, Freedom.
Yes. All right.
All right, guys.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you
Night.
later.
Okay. Night.
Bye-bye.
Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. I need to breathe, get me up and out of the sheets, onto my feet. Another cup of coffee and me, that's what I need. My eyes puffy, I can't see. I'm too tired to function, but too lost to sleep. Ay, I think I need to be on something medication. I think I need to figure out the segregation. I think I needed just a better education to understand a world that's so complicated. Intoxicated, every night faded, just so I can sleep thinking that it's sated. I feel hated, I feel hatred. I'm lost deep in my mind that I've created. I have dreams where my life is devastated. Feel so real that I wake up shaking. Need thicker skin cause this life is no haven. Nod your head if you get what I'm saying. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. I don't really think I understand this world now. Got my head spinning round in a circle. Everybody lacks what they need internal, so they compensate with everything external. Not trying to throw shade, no way. I'm just trying to find the meaning of life, hey. There's happiness if you try to live the right way. Forget about what others have and live your life, hey. Be aware of who you are, what you're good at. Take a step forward, see where your foot's at. Stand tall, stand proud, talk loud. Every word out your mouth has purpose now. You just gotta get rid of the bad thoughts. Hating others cause you know that they got a lie. Forget that though, you got plenty, you're alive in this life. You got time, go get it. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Oh, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Oh,